Good morning, good morning, good morning. We've been having a morning of it this morning, I can't tell you. Anyway, to celebrate that it's Saturday, we have got for you the most brilliant early bird special. I'm going straight into it because it's so important, this. The Quilters collection from Zarafa. It's exclusive to Sewing Street, and wait till you see how much we've taken off the price. Only £7. That is a lot. That is a lot to be taken off. £26.99. Now, you must be thinking, well, what is this? What is Zarafa thread? Well, it's Egyptian cotton that they take to Italy, and they create the most exquisite threads with it. They only use the long strands of the cotton. But in here, right, it's a family-run business. Oh, hang on, I can't even get the box open. Right, now, I just need to sort something out, because on here, this is beautiful. Why won't that come out of there? Oh, there it is, that's why. Look, right, look at the colours in here. They've been specially chosen for you. They are exquisite. Now, it works out at £2.69. Is that right? A spool. And how much is on a spool? I'll tell you how much is on a spool. Right, okay. Right, so that means for 100 metres, it's £1.35, right? You think of regular threads in the shops, right? Polyester threads I'm talking about, not cotton. They're not £1.90 normally, aren't they? £1.92 for 100 metres. So you're actually getting an incredible buy. These are exquisite. The colours are so beautiful. They're all 50 weight. There's 200 metres on each one. They're premium cotton. Now, they're looking a little bit shiny here because obviously they've still got the cellophane wrapper on there. But you've got your beige or your cream and your silver, which are brilliant for piecing. And then you've got your mustard, your olive green, your sort of sand colour, black. Is that a purple, that one? They deep, deep purple. Lovely tanzanite blue there. Brick red and another greeny brown there. They are gorgeous colours, and we've taken £7 off. Now remember, once you've bought this today, that's your P&P done. Whether you buy something from me, Wendy Orlando, or then Twink Knits, Enjoying Yarn Lane, that's your P&P done for the whole day. Don't look at me, look at the threads. They are brilliant. But £7 off. Oh, there's loads of you coming in. Hello, good morning, everybody. Right, so Claire says, here we go again. Oh, no, here we are again. Happy as can be. Jeannie says, good morning. Karen says, morning. Sunny in Kent. Good morning, everyone, says Lynn Tuitt. And what a beautiful one it is, too. Lorraine says, morning, John. Great to see you this sunny morning. Laurie's in. Morning, John and team. Jan says, good morning, John. Looking very handsome today. I wish. Love, Jan, David, and Hetty LaBetty. I think that might be a dog. Claire says, it's a beautiful day. Margaret says, good morning, handsome fella. I have no idea what channels you're watching. I have no idea at all. Lovely shirt this morning. So I'll be with you in a minute, Hannah. Morning, John. Morning to the wonderful sunny day. That's St Stuart in Suffolk. Now, normally, Hannah says, yeah, so normally it'd be £3.39 because it's 30, right? Normally £33 because you had £7. So that's already a good deal. Oh, no. Can I just say, first of all, I know when Sewing Street launched these, I didn't work here. And at the time, Zarafa approached me asking me if I wanted to do a John Scott Sewing World box of threads, like exactly the same as this. But I wasn't allowed to sell mine for £33.99. Mine was £40 or £39.99, right? And then Sewing Street started, and obviously I was watching and everything because all my friends were here. And I was like, how have they done it so affordably? Not cheaply, affordably. So now to take a £7 even less is amazing. Yeah, if you go and buy them all separately, how much do those cost separately in a shop? Here you go. Here's one example. £3.60, which is still good because that would make the box £36, yeah? Exactly. Oh, hang on, look here, look. And how much are they? £3.75 they are individually. So that would make this box £37.50. That's a good price. That is an incredibly good price. Treat yourself. Put it in the present cupboard. Keep it for one side. Keep it for Mother's Day. Put it in the cupboard for Mother's Day. Self-gifting is the way to go. Pardon? Oh, now, well, I use cotton thread for everything. I use cotton thread for dressmaking. I use cotton thread for quilting. I use cotton thread for piecing. It's a universal thread, both in your top and your bobbin and everything. But this one especially is fantastic for doing your quilting with. Really, really lovely to do your quilting with. But it's 50 weight. You can use it for anything you like. When I trained, you used to use cotton for cotton fabrics, and you'd use silk for silk fabrics. Very rarely when I was training did you use polyester thread, but that was a long time ago. And polyester thread has come on, so I am not dissing polyester thread at all. Polyester thread is fantastic for piecing, or if you're using an acrylic fabric, because it has the kind of give in it. But this is just exquisite, exquisite cotton thread. £26.99. Happy Saturday, says cousin Susan. Judith says, good morning, John. Another gorgeous morning. Kate says, good morning from a sunny Staffordshire. I ordered these last time they were on and can't wait. Are they not arrived yet? Oh, won't use anything else now. So much better for hand stitching. There you go. Jenny says, good morning. Crazy Lorraine says, John, thank you for tagging me in that lovely picture. That was a year ago. Can you believe it? So a year ago, yesterday, I was in Peterborough and I filmed a interview with Emma Bradford. And then in the afternoon, I did an interview with Crazy Lorraine. And it's on my YouTube page. If you want to go and have a look at my YouTube page, it's on there, John Scott Sewing World. And it was a year ago. Can't believe it was a year ago already. I know. Yeah, if you want, here's all the breakdown of all the numbers. It is written on the description on the website. Yeah, because Hannah's saying she likes to collect certain numbers. I forgot to clean my teeth. Not this morning. I've cleaned my teeth this morning, but normally I clean my teeth before I come on air. I haven't done it today. Message on my bottom. I look fat again today, don't I? Hi, John. Oh, sorry. Hi, John and team. What a lovely start to a Saturday morning. Sunny and calm. Not for long. Not for long, Anne. Whirlwind. Whirlwind it is. Another message on my bottom. Who's this one from? Beverley. Morning, John and Sewing Street team. Looking forward to a great show whilst altering curtains. Yuck. Ooh, no. That's a horrible job, isn't it? The thing is, you always think, oh, I'll alter those curtains. Then you let Hannah, you put the sofa across underneath the window, so you don't have to alter the curtains. And the thing is, it depends what you've got to alter. If you're just doing the lead, it's sort of fine, isn't it? But in my bedroom, I've got the most beautiful Dupont silk curtains, and the lady in the shop, they cost so much money, I can't tell you. Bought them years ago, and the lady in the shop said, "Oh, you'll regret buying these because your bedroom's south facing." The silk is just beginning to shatter. You know how it does in the sunlight. So I think I might ask Rebecca Harrison to do it for me. I want somebody to hand whip some beautiful linen down the edges just to give it an edge. I'm not going to do it. It'll take too long and I'll get bored. £26.99. Oh, sorry, it's shut again. There you go. Keep going through. Debbie says, morning, John. I'm ready to be inspired. Oh, Debbie. Shelley says, good morning from me and Clint. Have you found out yet what he's getting you for your birthday? Helen says, tee-hee, Johnny's on. Oh, on one. You mean on one. Right. While you check out on that, I need just to tell you, yesterday, I don't know if you're watching, but we had 404 spray. And I just read what it said on the can. And Hannah was like, oh, you can use it on paper, you can use it on this. And I said, you know what? Don't buy it yet. Wait till tomorrow morning. I'll do it again tomorrow morning. Now, I went home and I did my research. I've got it all here. So, 404 spray. You can use stencils, templates, papers, and many other objects, and it can be temporarily adhered many times. Ideals for pictures, photos, and other projects. That's what it says on the tin, right? Doesn't mention what you can stick it on, but you can use it if you're doing long arm quilting. When the quilt is on the frame, spray the back of the paper pattern, apply the pattern to the quilt, free motion quilt, spray the outsides of the pattern, apply. So you can put this, you can spray the pattern and put it on fabric, right? It says 404 can make a repositional bond between most smooth surfaces. It'll hold stencils on the wall. So if you're doing stenciling on the wall, that's a bit 80s, isn't it? Bit, what was that thing with these changing rooms, isn't it? You can reposition it over and over again. 404 will hold on ceramic, wool, painted wood, painted walls, metal, leather, stone, and glass. Right. And it says the bond will last indefinitely, unless you've got dusty surfaces, that was it. The bond will last for many, many months, right? Now, 404 remains repositional, right? 505 is repositional, but only for up to 30 minutes. 404 has a high attack, right? Right, now where is it about fabrics? I read it about fabrics here. I wrote all this down specially for you, right? It's acid-free. It's acid-free. And the adhesive itself is non-toxic, just so you know. So you can spray it onto... I can't find the bit about the fabric. I thought I printed that bit off. Anyway, so what you can do is if you're doing quilting on your quilt, right, spray this on your template. It won't mark your fabric. Put it onto the thing, machine round it, take it off, put it down, machine round it. It does not leave residue on your fabric. So we are now, that's us, we now know, that's us, we know about 404. At 505 is fabric to fabric, 404 is paper to fabric, or templates on a wall and things like that. So I just thought I'd tell you that because I promised you yesterday. Well, you know, there were two things I was supposed to... Oh, no, I know what the other thing is. I know, coming up later, I'll tell you about that later. Okay, have you gone through on these? Have these gone now? Just check that the orifills. Does Orifil shrink? No, I doubt it, because it's all treated in, is it Milan or Rome? I can't remember. It's somewhere in Italy anyway. I don't think it would shrink. It'll say if it shrink. If it's got any shrinkage, it has to say on the packet, doesn't it? I think it'll have been shrunk already, pre-shrunk already. I would have thought. It's funny, it doesn't say. No, I think you'll be fine. I don't think it'll shrink. Oh, hang on. Message from Margaret. Hi, John and Co. Oh, now what's happened, Margaret? She says, Neil Garrett is a fabulous MD, really looks after his customers. I want to know. I want to know what he's done for you, Margaret. Debbie says, love your berry shirt, John. Susan says, morning, John and crew. Thank you very much indeed. Thank you. Right, shall we move on? I'll come back to that later. Are there any left? I'll say, oh, more than half the stock's gone. That's brilliant. What I'll do is I've got like a roundup show later on. I'll put that in my roundup show later on. Right, so let's do the menu because I've got to move over there. Here we go. So we've got the Moda. Well, now. I'm not being negative in the slightest, but we have got some fabrics from the Moda Regency Zarafa. How would you say it? Zarafa. You said you had an N and an I in yours yesterday. You said Serafina yesterday. Anyway, it's exquisite. It's designed by... Oh, this is where I need my piece of paper. Can you do me a favour, please, somebody? On my dressing room table, there's a piece of paper about Christopher, the designer. I know him, but I've actually got written down about the giraffe and everything like that. Then at 9 o'clock, we've got the Moda Balboa Timeless Quilt with Wendy Orlando. I'll show you one block from this, right? It's huge. Now, that's not a 10-inch or a 12-inch block. That is a massive, massive, massive block. It's gorgeous, isn't it? I can't wait to show you that later. Then, go back to the menu. We've got... Now, 10 o'clock isn't really kits revisited. It's all kind of all our favourite things from the last couple of weeks sort of thing. 11 o'clock, we've got Helen Newton's messenger bag, which we've got pictures of here. There's one. And there's the other. Beautiful. The top, what it is that's the one I stuffed, and I've stuffed it too hard. The top folds over, but I've stuffed it a bit too hard. The top's supposed to fold over on the top of that one. Anyway, that's at 11 o'clock. Then at 12 o'clock, we go to Yarn Lane, and we do spring scarf. Oh, they're lovely. Spring scarf. Oh, I've only seen pictures so far. Not seen the real things yet. Spring scarves with twink knits. Right, there are 3 ways you can get in touch, and this is how you can do it. You can email us, studio@sewingstreet.com, studio@sewingstreet.com. You can send a message on Facebook Live, which are the ones I've been reading out. That's Sewing Street TV, and as a proof, I'll just say, Kate uses 404 to hold the rug down on the camper van floor to stop it moving. Held fantastic and wasn't sticky when I lifted it. Sheila says good morning. Oh, Margaret's got a secret. Having a secret with Neil. It's fine. I don't mind. You can have your secrets. I'll find out. Right, okay. And then the third way is go to the website. Here's the website. Now, what you need to do is once you've been to the website, excuse me, I'm just... Right. You click on Watch Live. There you'll see me. There I am a few minutes ago. And what you need to do is at the right-hand side there's a little... Oh, you've already started writing. She's already started writing. There you go. Hannah. Oh, she's writing hello, not Hannah. Right, there you go. And then you click on send the message and... Oh, hang on. Yeah, I'm having my jab at 9 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Jab on Wednesday, haircut on April the 19th, which is 7 weeks away. But now, so you can send a message there. But while we're also there, look at this, right? So we have today's show deals. Now, where's the early bird? Oh, it's up there, it's up there, it's up there. Right, so there's the everything that we've shown in the show so far will appear in that left-hand column, today's show deals. If you click on the right-hand side, there's pre-order there. Oh, there's the gorgeous fabrics that I told you about coming. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Anyway, I've only got 6 fabrics from the range, just so it's very limited. So they're there, and then we've got the most beautiful array. Oh, of all sorts of different fabrics coming up in the first hour. Beautiful. Oh, look at those tropical ones. Oh, now hang on. Oh, some of them sold out already, look. Then we've got Wendy Orlando's hour there. Oh, now hang on. No, we've jumped. Okay, now it's all loaded a bit through and strange. You do keep looking because everything is there. Keep going. Right, stop. There are only 3 of these left. There's only 3 of those incredible machines left. Now, I'm not adding any undue pressure, but Gary said himself, he doesn't know when we can get more. He really doesn't know when we can get any more of those. So if you are, and Rachel's just received hers. Rachel bought hers last week, and this week, and she's received hers. Anyway, keep going. So you've got all the gorgeous stuff coming up later, fabrics and beautiful. Lots of mixed bag in 10 o'clock. That is we're in at the moment there. Gorgeous Japanese fabrics there, heart fabrics. There's a story because we go around the world. Some Liberty fabrics there. Look, gorgeous 10-inch charm packs there. Is that it then? Yeah, because we go to Yarn Lane. Then we go to Yarn Lane. I'll show you Yarn Lane later when we go on to Yarn Lane. I promise I'll do that. Right, okay, let's start then. No news of when I get my jab yet, but my 20-year-old son has been offered his. Oh, now, you see, Munch has had his. You know Munch that we work with? So I messaged him saying, why did you get yours, Munch? Because I always say that Munch is much older than he really is. So I said, and he said, they messaged me saying I was vulnerable. And I said, what's the matter with you, Munch? He went, well, I don't know. He said, I had a very difficult childhood health-wise, so it could still be on his records that he's still vulnerable from being a child. And I'm not going to pry or tell. I don't know. I didn't ask him, so I'm not going to pass anything on. But he said he was offered it, so he went and took it. So he had it yesterday. Well, it's really funny you should say that, because Munch is, how old is Munch in real life? 29-ish, we think. We don't want to do him in... And isn't he the same age as Jeremy? How old's Jeremy? Oh, there you go, 29-ish, right? But he does have a penchant for the more mature lady, you see. So maybe all the ladies, all his girlfriends that he's had, they've looked at the thing and they've gone, oh, she went out with Munch, he must be 60. This must be a mistake on his sheet, not 30. Anyway, he's lovely. Munch is adorable. You know what? I'll get on in a minute. When we first started at Rox & Co, when he first started at Rox & Co, he was he was called Munch because he was little and fat and a kind of bit jolly and walked like that sort of thing. Anyway, he's grown up into the most adorable, he's a producer now at our sister channel, Jewelry Maker, and he's turned into the most adorable young man, I can't tell you. First of all, when you first met him, you're like, oh, he's not going to work up. He works so hard. He's polite. He's so I hope he does find a lovely girlfriend soon, because he's grown in, you know, when you see them grow from like a youngster, because we're talking about 10 years now, and he's grown in, so I've known him since he was like 19, and he's now 29 or whatever. And I just think, I'm going to stop now, but he's grown into the most adorable, adorable young man. Right. Oh yeah, if you watch Jewelry Maker, they show him all the time in the gallery because he wears all different sweatshirts with like the prints of pearls or something like that on it and all that sort of rubbish. Right, okay, shall I tell you about Christopher Wilson Tate? I've got it here. I know him because we're friends on Facebook. He's an antique quilt collector from the northeast of England, specialising in quilts from the 18th and 19th centuries. If you don't already follow him on Instagram, because the pictures of his quilts are gorgeous. This Zarafa is the latest giraffe-inspired collection under his Regency name. Now, okay, so we've got 6 of the fabrics. There's actually only 10 in the whole collection. A small, accessible selection of designs and colours inspired by a strip quilt from Christopher's personal collection. The focal design was based on Zarafa, the giraffe, and her handler, Atiyah. Zarafa was a gift from the Egyptian leader in 1826, he was called Muhammad Ali, to King Charles the 10, to X is 10. Yeah, X is 10. Henry V. Henry V is a V, so it's 10. Charles X of France. The giraffe Zarafa was known to be one of the very first giraffes to arrive in Europe, and the original fabric commemorates. I remember watching a program about this and how they got him there and everything. And the original fabric commemorates this novel wonder of the time. Zarafa lived in Paris for 18 years, and during this time was a source of inspiration for fashion and decor. In this era and place, giraffes were rare indeed, and generally thought of to be as real as unicorns and dragons. Oh, isn't that lovely? I love a giraffe. There's something, because I've got hooked on that Chester Zoo program, haven't I? And it's so lovely when they go to the giraffes and everything. They've got gorgeous photos. Like, they're very inquisitive as well. And I love it. They've all got personalities. They like what the little one that's in the Chester Zoo at the moment doesn't. If it doesn't like someone, it'll just kick the wall. Right. So I've got two bundles to show you here. I've got a cream bundle. I'll show you both the bundles before you put the graphics in. So I've got the cream bundle, which is cream, tan, and the red. And then I've also got a blue bundle, which is blue. Oh, I'm not allowed favourites. Tan and red. Which shall I do first? They are all available individually as well, just so you know. So we didn't do a mega bundle, so we'll do the blue one first. So in this bundle, yeah, exactly. Half metre of each of these fabrics. I'll show you them all in a minute. Half metre of the floral, half metre of the giraffe, half metre of the giraffe skin. No, it's not giraffe skin, giraffe pattern. And half metre of the pink giraffe. Right, are you ready to see these? Look at these, right? We will be doing them by the half metre in a minute, but this is a little bundle that Hannah's put together. Just look. So that's Atiyah. Was his name Atiyah? Yeah, Atiyah. Oh, isn't it just lovely? Oh, is there a film about it? I know I've seen a documentary about how they got the giraffe over to Europe and everything like that. Okay, now if you just tuned in, don't think this fabric is $29.99. You're getting half a metre of that, half a metre of that, half a metre of that, and half a metre of that. But we were just looking at this beautiful, I love the fact it's on this blue. $29.99. You're getting 2 metres of the fabric, the Moda fabric. So you get half a metre of the giraffe. You get that's not folded up properly. Half a metre of the floral, which matches perfectly to the giraffe pattern. Look. Nice, isn't that beautiful? Gorgeous. Oh, Alison Marion's watching, everybody. Susan says, morning, John and everybody. Lovely spring morning here in St Helens. Looking forward to the show. You and Wendy, you're such a great duo. Almost, always informative and fun. Glennie says, good morning. Beautiful. Isn't that lovely? Right, so you get half a metre of that, half a metre of that. Then you get the 2 blenders with it. But they're so exquisite that they're not even... Look. Couldn't see them yesterday in spot, but look closely on these. They're love. Oh, actually, I can see a pattern emerging as well. Can you see? $29.99. Obviously, you get half a metre of each of these fabrics, not just for this one. I am going to offer them individually in a second. No, I was going to say Paul the Octopus is the one that did the football results. Dolly the Sheep. Yeah, Dolly the Sheep was... Then now, what colour would you call this? How would you describe this? Like a raspberry and strawberry mix, I'd call that. Summer fruit and drink, says Emma. So for that bundle, this is good. The fabric feels just sensational, I can't tell you. So that bundle is half a metre of the raspberry strawberry, half a metre of the camel, half a metre of the floral, and then half a metre of the fabric inspired by a design roll that Christopher's got from an antique to celebrate Zarafa arriving. Beautiful. Now the other bundle is exactly the same, but instead of the blue fabrics, you have the cream backgrounds. There you go. Oh, you see, it does look lovely. Does look lovely, doesn't it? So it's a completely different story. Same fabrics, but tells a different story, doesn't it? Because you've got the cream, crisp background there. So let's have a look at the, it's not an elephant, John, the giraffe one first. No, we haven't got an elephant. He didn't have an elephant friend. Oh, but yesterday on the zoo programme last night, that's why I was a bit late going to bed. Not that you know that. Rhinoceros had a baby, right? Now, I always thought, you know, the shapes on rhinoceros, I thought that was because they were old and their skin was sagging. Anyway, this little, well, it's not little baby, this little baby came out and it's got all the armour shapes on that the great big ones have got. So they're born like that. And he was so cute. Anyway, look, this has got the cream background. This is fresh, isn't it? Jenny says, good morning, John, from a beautiful Isle of Wight. And Carol says, good morning, all. Love the beautiful fabrics. Oh, they are beautiful, aren't they? What would you make? What would you make out of this? No, I think cushions would work in this. Oh, what, you'd cut it with that in a panel like that, going out like that. What, and then do strips of these either side. So if this is what Hannah would do with her cushion, that would be down the middle, and then maybe do one of these colours down the side there. Oh, you go the pink. You go pink, would you? Oh, right. Okay. I'm not sure if... Well, how big did Wendy say the squares had to be? I think it might be a bit big. Oh, okay. So what she's thinking of in a quilt or in a cushion, fussy cut this bit for the centre and then do half square triangles or something around it. Don't they work well together? I mean, obviously, because they're from the same collection, but they look adorable together, don't they? Yeah, if you looked at that on its own in a shop, you think that's really contemporary, but look how beautiful it goes. Does it match his trousers, Atiya's trousers? Or the inside of the flower? But then look, this matches the giraffe on this side. It's beautiful, isn't it? And then, look. Doesn't it look beautiful? That looks stunning together, doesn't it? The cream is more popular than the blue, just so you know. Or message on my bottom. Shush, couldn't resist this lush fabric. Oops, both ways dropped into my basket. They are gorgeous, Carolyn. You're going to love them. Actually, they're not available to mix and match, but you know what? They're going to look at that. But we are going to sell them by the half metre. But look. If you mix the pinks and the creams and the blues, how exquisite is that going to be? Right, okay, let me put that back. I'm going to do them by the half metre now, because look, I'm just aware of the time. We've got loads to get through this hour. So, where shall we go? Let me fold them all up. Right, okay, the giraffe print first. So that one goes there, that one goes there. Well, let me do the one on white or cream first, then that's there. Now, remember now, if you buy the bundle, you get half a metre of each, right? But now you can buy multiple. Now, you see, Karen in Wigan, are you going to make a frock out of this? Imagine how lovely that would be with your stripes. Let me turn it up this way. Look. If you were to, if you pleated it, look. You could pleat it so that it just looked like stripes of the giraffe, right? But then when you walk, the pleats open and you see the bands of flowers coming through. Oh, no, it's beautiful, isn't it? Anyway, so what was the question, did you say? So there was a message. Oh, Sharon's got an idea. Dress John, bodice in giraffe and skirt in floral. Oh, yes. Yes. I might be even tempted to do the bodice in this and the skirt in the raspberry pink. And the binding in the raspberry pink. That'd be gorgeous, wouldn't it? Oh, and how much is left? Right, okay, I've got 20 metres left, but there are so many people got it in the basket. We don't know how much you've got in your basket, so I'm going to move on to the next one. So now I'm going to do giraffes on blue. You see, in a way, I think this one would work as a dress. Oh, no. Who did the stickers on these? Oh, it'll be me. That'll be me. £7.49. Look, that, oh, you see. Now, how sumptuous would that look? I haven't used that word for a long time, have I? Sumptuous. How beautiful would that look as a skirt? Oh, hang on. Kate thinking of a blouse. Lorraine loves the red and white best. And Joanne says, good morning, John. Watching while I'm recuperating after surgery. Love the giraffe fabric. Bought the cream bundle. They're all lovely. They're all beautiful, aren't they? You get better soon, by the way, Joanne. You get better soon, my lovely. Oh, you'd have to do more than that, Hannah. Hannah wants on a flap on a bag. What, you mean make a rucksack out of the tan and have this as the flap that comes out? And then you could, oh no, where have I got? Oh no, the stuffed giraffe's at my other studio, isn't it? A tractor made me a stuffed giraffe. And that could sit inside, peeking out the top like that. I think that's lovely. $7.49. 100% cotton, machine washable, 44 inches wide. It's from Moda fabric, so you know the quality is good. Okay, so let's now do the floral ones. Oh, hang on, I'm getting them confused. Floral with the cream background. Excuse me. It's just exactly what I just said. But you were busy chatting, you didn't hear me. Work chat, obviously. Work chat. Talking about sausage dogs and stuffed giraffes. 7.40. Isn't it lovely? Isn't that just... You see, that's so classic. So classic, isn't it? Hannah's now repeating everything I say, just to get on my nerves. Patricia says, good morning, John. What lovely material, isn't it? Isn't it, Patricia? I'm so confused. I thought it was Sunday when I was driving in this morning. It's only Saturday, isn't it? No. No, I'm in Friday next week as well. Next week I'm in Tuesday, Friday, Saturday next week. Tuesday, Friday. Oh, I was chatting to little Paul last night. He went, oh, no doubt I'll see you soon. And I went, yeah, I'm in Tuesday, Friday, Saturday next week. And he went, and yeah, I'm not. So I was like, oh, well, so we'll see each other that soon then. There's the blue one. Lovely, isn't it? I'm not in at all that week. Emma, you and I having the same week off then? Yeah. I've got 2 weeks where I come in for one day and that's it. One Friday in the middle of it all. Not that I can go anywhere. What I'm going to do is I'm even going to wash my skirting boards. I'm going to do my house from top to bottom. I've already had the roof fixed. That's all been done. Now I've got a man, my house is, have I told you this? My house is about 21, 22 years old now, and all the windows are going. So I've got a man coming around to service all my windows. Some of my windows are open like that, right? And the bottom swings out because the hinge is all broken. And then you have to get a ladder, go up the outside, get a ladder to shut them like that. I don't do the ladder. John next door does the ladder. I stay indoors. John's of a certain age. And I tell you what, when they got married, when John and Chris got married, I was 5. So just see that. No, he's got his own ladder. He brings his own ladder. Now, he's not the man fixing my windows. He has been my saviour up until now. But now the man, I think he's called Ian, the window man. But so do I have to go outside? This is what I don't understand. So do I have to let him into my house and I go out while he looks at my windows? I don't know. But then all the windows will be open, won't they? So there'll be the ventilator. And we both have masks on. I think that's right. I think, we'll stay 2 meters apart. He won't get a cup of tea. I was socially distancing in my dream last night. I had a very, very, very vivid dream last night. Hannah was in it a lot. But we were. I think we were like New York police people. Anyway, this is gorgeous. Now, they call this Moda Regency in red. In red. It's called the giraffe print, this one. And it's in the red. Oh, now the cream bundle, which I'll show you again in a minute. Single figures on the cream bundle. This is in the cream bundle, half metre. But this is where you can buy more than half metre if you want to. Oh, my word. Kate says, John, what have you done to me? I've just bought 5 of the blue and both the bundles. That's a budget blown for the month. My Mother's Day treat to me. Oh, Kate. It is gorgeous, though. It is beautiful. Okay. Then I've got the one in giraffe. Now, I wonder what colour they've called the giraffe-coloured one. Because the fabric's called giraffe. Oh, they haven't given it a colour. It's giraffe colour, giraffe print in the giraffe range. Oh, yes, they're not giving it a colour at all. In fact, have they spelt giraffe wrong? I can't, no, it's just, you know when you see a word too many times? I think it might be right. Is it wrong? I thought so. Yeah, so it's 1 R, 2 Fs. I'm not being negative. I promise you I'm not being negative. Oh, hang on, some giraffe facts for you while you check out of this. Well, surprise, surprise, they're the tallest mammal on Earth. They can run as fast as 35 miles an hour. Also, if one gets fretty, they all get fretty in the family. They can cruise at 10 miles an hour on long distances. Oh, yes, the giraffe's neck is too short to reach the ground, so that's why it has to go like that. And it's only got 7 vertebrae in it, the same as our neck. Did you know that? Yeah? I did biology A level, remember? It was a long time ago, but... Yeah, there was a segment. No, I did birds as my special science subject. The migration of birds. Yeah, it was boring as anything. Right, okay. Now I need to tell you about this cream bundle. Single figures of the cream bundle. Right, okay. So I need to. Okay, so first of all, that's the bundle there. $29.99 of the cream. That's the cream bundle. They've called it white, but it's cream. Okay, now I also need to tell you that on its own, the giraffe fabric is now very, very limited. So if you wanted to buy, and now, and that's not including people who've got it in their baskets. So if you've got it in your baskets, if everyone checks out, it could go. So please, please, please be careful. No, Little Paul, maybe Little Paul was a giraffe in a past life then. A giraffe only needs to sleep between how many minutes? 5 and 35 minutes in a 24-hour period. No, they do little naps that last a minute or so. How brilliant is that? Right, the blue bundle is this one. That's the blue bundle. Excuse me. My sewing machine is back from its service on Monday, so it's housework this week to get it out the way. Susan said my mum had her windows replaced just before Christmas. Oh, here you go. She kept her distance and stayed in another room when they were there. Done the whole bungalow in a day. I can't afford to have mine replaced. He's just coming to make sure they're all right. With your window man, you're allowed to let them in and stay in, but keep as far apart as possible. I made mine disinfect and wear his mask. Well, yes, I'll make mine wear my mask. And what I'll do is I'll sanitize all the window ledges. And then when he's gone, I'll sanitize them again. Right, okay, and now have I got a warning on any of the blue ones? We'll just double check, because then I'll need to move on, because it is nearly 20 to 9. Again, the striped one in the blue. Very, very limited. Oh, sorry, upside down giraffe, that one. Let's see if we spelt it the right way this time. Oh, it's not mentioned in there. So how am I stock-wise with this one? Okay, so, and how many people in baskets? Oh, okay, that could be gone. Once you've all checked out, that could be gone. If you're all taking half a metre each, that could be gone. So please, please, please be careful. Not telling you to add undue pressure, just telling you because I don't want anyone to miss out. And we don't want a Saturday morning disappointment, do we? Because we all know what disappointment feels like, don't we, Hannah? Right, so now should I go here or should I go tropical? Let's go tropical. No. That's these two, isn't it? Yeah. Right, oh, let's do the tonal bundle first. Let's do the tonal bundle. This is a bundle that Hannah's put together, which is rather stunning. Now, even if you haven't bought the giraffe fabric, this is a lovely bundle, but she's put it together with the giraffe bundle in mind. Let me just show you, look. I had to put a cream in myself, Hannah. Oh, not being negative. Not being negative. It's nice, though. It works beautifully, Hannah, I must say. But look, you've got all the colours in there. In fact, maybe you don't need a cream. Maybe I'm taking that back because you've got enough cream in here for that kind of silver. Is that silver fox or something like that, that one? Silver mink. I knew it was. But look, now that is brilliant. If you bought the blue, look at that. That is fantastic, Hannah. That's really, really, really good. No, because poor old Hannah has to do this from a computer. She doesn't have the fabrics in front of her. It's not like when we were at St. Gould's, we had all the fabrics hanging on her. Oh, no, I wouldn't say that if it didn't matter, because I'll tell you. I said I did it yesterday on a fat quarter bun, didn't I? And I got told off by Hayley, right? So, but I'm not saying it just to be, that works brilliantly. And you know me, if I don't think it works, I would normally go, oh, well, I wouldn't have that one maybe. I think they all work perfectly, those. If you're going to mix and match, because there's only six of the different choices, you know what I mean? So if you want to make a quilt or a project to go with them, or if you want that as the front of your cushion, you want a plain colour on your back, or a piping. Imagine doing a piping in one of those around your cushion. There you go. Beverly agrees with me. It's a beautiful bundle, that one. And you know me, I'm a bit too honest sometimes, aren't I? Anyway, there we go. That worked brilliantly. Right, now I've got some more Christopher Wilson Tate fabrics from a different collection. This is all I've got. This is all I've got from another Regency range of his. Okay, somebody wants to know if the cream's the same. It's not quite the same cream as the elephants, just so you know. Works, though. Works beautifully, but it's not the same cream background. I just want you to know that. Right, so which one first? This one. Oh, the vine, sorry. I thought you said crabs. I was going to say they're not crabs, I don't think. There you go. So there's this one. These are lovely blender ones. Actually, the quilt that Wendy Orlando's doing later, this would go beautifully with those fabrics as well. Oh, they're Moda. They're Moda, that's right. Regency Romance, this one. This is why Hannah likes this one. Regency Romance. It's just called Tonal. So why is it called Tonal, I wonder? Because that's not a colour, is it, Tonal? Anyway. Middleton. Oh, hang on. Is Middleton the name of the print? I'm getting confused now. Regency Romance. That's the... Oh, no. Now, the range is called Regency Romance. I thought it'd be the royal family if you put Middleton in. Anyway, it's beautiful. 100% cotton, machine washable, quilting weight. Then we've got this one. Now, they're not... Hannah thinks from a distance these look like crabs. They're not. I think they're thistles, aren't they? I haven't got my glasses on. There might be crabs when I do this. Hang on. Oh, no, it's like a little... Oh, it's cute. It's like little flower arrangement. You've got your ferns, your orchid. There's an orchid in the middle. Yeah, like the posh ones they put in hotels in front of mirrors. This one's called Cream Harvest, this one's called. Beautiful. That's all of your Christopher Wilson Tate now and your Regency collection from Moda. We've got more Moda coming up in the next hour with the Wendy Orlando project. Right. Tropical. Yeah, look, this is a panel. Now, if you buy these, they do not come joined together. Oh, Oh my word. Okay, so it was on with Vix the other day, and this is now last of stock. Hang on, we need to... Can you come in? Oh, I don't know how to do it. What's the best way to... I only want to see it. I don't want... Yes, there you go. There you go. Now you leave the camera there, and I'll pan like that. So now, is that a macaw? You know there's 360 different sorts of parrots, don't you? Oh, there's a butterfly. There's a butterfly. Oh, hang on, you haven't seen the butterfly. Keep going, John. Butterfly. I like this tile effect round here. It's called Tropical Toucan, actually. Where are they then? Oh, there. Now, isn't that funny? I would say that the whole thing of that is that they're parrots, but it's about the toucans at the side there. I wonder what that one was there. There's a wing of something sticking out there. Well, it looks like a dragonfly's wing. Well, now let's get the perspective right, because how far away is that waterfall? This is a bit like Landscape Artist of the Year, isn't it, this? Oh, aren't they just beautiful? Oh, there's a butterfly. Yeah, there's a butterfly up there, look. Okay, so this is reminding Hannah of when she was on a tropical holiday and she was sitting in a lodge and she was eating her breakfast and all the tropical birds came and sat on the veranda. Every time the blue... What's the blue bumble? Sylvie says, every time the blue bumble comes up, it keeps making me laugh. I don't know what a bumble is. Beautiful anyway, isn't it gorgeous? Right, I'm going to move on. That is last of stock, though. That is... How big is that? Sorry, how big is it? 0.9 of a metre. That way, that way. Oh, yeah, because on the roll, it's printed this way. Look, there you go. It's printed... Because there's the selvage and there's the selvage. So that's it. Oh, I've only got 4 left. At 8:45 on Saturday morning, there are 4 left. Right, now this is not tropical, but it's tropical colours. It's called Tropical Treats. And this is shells. From the same range, is it? This is just called shells, this one. Oh, that... Now, you know the tulip fabric we had yesterday that I loved? This is reminding me of that. This is by the ½ metre now. Obviously, the panel, the one I just showed you, came in the panel. And if you buy more than one, they don't come joined together. This, if you buy 4 metres, you'll get 4 metres. Yeah, that big bag yesterday, with the beach bag yesterday, this would be perfect, wouldn't it? Oh, sorry, I'm hiccuping a little bit now. It's Excitement $6.99 for ½ metre. 100% cotton, 44 inches wide, machine washable. The colours are just adorable. Oh, I love that one. I think I'm going through a blue and yellow and green phase because they're all the ones that are jumping out at me. Starfish. It's the only animal in there, isn't it? Starfish. Oh, unless they're sea snails and things. I don't know. I don't know much about marine life, I'm afraid. I did birds for my... multiple purchases. Every single person on that one. Oh, okay, I've got some tropical bundles. These are... I'd just buy these to have in my stash. Even if you buy the shells or the parrots, these are just gorgeous to have in your bundles. Now, before you buy it, let me show you the 2 bundles available because I don't want you to buy one and think, oh, I wanted the other one first. This one here is your... call it splodge, don't I? Mixer blenders. So they've all got a slight self pattern on them. These here are all your solid Rose and Hubble solid colours. So which one am I doing first? This one. This one. So you get the green, the yellow, the teal, the pink, the purple and the orange in there. Yeah, go on. Oh, bright pink. Jade. That doesn't look like jade, does it? Lime. Magenta. Orange. And sunshine. Good day, sunshine. Good day, sunshine. 1999. I hope it stays a nice day today. It was a lovely drive home yesterday. Beach bag. Perfect beach bag stuff. Lush, says Beverly. Aww. Lush. Who do we... Oh, my friend Liz says that all the time. Is it a Bristol-y thing? Lush. Or mind you, it's Welsh as well, isn't it? Because, what's the name in... No, not... Oh, Gavin and Stacey. I was thinking of the one where the woman who's in Gavin and Stacey and she's in that lovely village. Stella. Is it called Stella? Oh, there's a typo in the blue giraffe bundle. Oh, that's what you mean. Thank you for letting us know. Right, okay, now let's do the blender mix. Is it called blender or mixer? Mixer. So in this one, you get pink, teal, purple, lilac, orange, and yellow. We'll get the right names in a minute. That's you, Hannah. Bright pink, jade, magenta, lavender, tangerine, and sunshine. Good day, sunshine. I don't know a song with tangerine in it. Oh, that's about to sell out. Oh, hang on, the solid one or this one. When we get these mixes back in, we'll try and recreate that bundle, but we've sold out now. Right, butterflies. I've got time for butterflies. Yes. Right, is one of these a panel? I think it is. Oh, panel sold out. Sorry, panel sold out before we even got to it. So let's do this one with the butterflies on it. Oh, no, I'd love a shirt made out of this. Isn't that fabulous? Oh, no, it's not canvas. It's between... I'd say it was a poplin. This is definitely not a canvas. This would make the most beautiful shirt or blouse. Oh, or quilting. You can use it in quilting as well. Okay, on the website apparently it looks much darker. Oh, I love it. It's got a Tim Holtz, essence of Tim Holtz, but it's not Tim Holtz. Let me have a look at them. It's butterflies and moths. Who? Okay. That is stunning. I love the colours in there. Because there's nothing too vibrant or bright, is there? Well, we didn't mention it, that's why. We were meant to say this hour is about Regency meets jungle. But no, Hannah's upset because nobody's commented on it, on her theme. Oh, don't worry, there's a theme even more obscure coming up later. Don't you worry. Okay, and then I've got this is nice as well. You see, I think this would look lovely in a bedroom. Right, on the website, this looks really grey, apparently. This is called textured hydrangeas. Oh, I love a hydrangea. I've got 3 hydrangea bushes in my garden. But you know, they change colour, don't you? Depending on what the soil's like. So I bought a blue one, a pink one and a white one. And they're all going to end up being the same colour because they're all in the same bit of soil at the end of the garden. Oh, okay, we've got... Where's the map? We've called it Butterfly Garden Maps. The designers who drew it call it textured hydrangea. Now, can I just explain something? That's not me being negative when I say this. When the buying department are buying the fabrics, they're not necessarily given the actual names or the colours. So sometimes, the reason this doesn't describe... I'm only saying because Paul, not little Paul, Paul with glasses, right? He gets quite sensitive about it if we talk about it. So it's just like, not about his glasses, about me saying it's not that colour, it's not this. But he's all right now. He likes it now. Oh, I always say the width, Steve. 44. I always say 44 inches wide, machine washable. I'd say this was slightly lighter than quilting weight. I would say this was more of a poplin, this one. No, we let you know it's by the half metre, Steve, because some shops sell by the 10 centimetres, some shops sell by the metre. We sell by the half metre increment. I always say the width. It might not be on every single one, but every now and then I'll say. This one looks dull grey on the website and bright light blue on the broadcast. It's not bright blue. It's the most gorgeous sky. I call it sky blue. And then these bits here, the hydrangeas, have got blush, very soft blush, very soft blues, and not grey. I wouldn't say there's any grey. Oh, yeah, writing. The writing's in grey. Oh, the website makes it look like a stormy day, but it's actually a beautiful summer's day. And you don't get that. Where's that? Yours won't be stuck on it like that. Oh, reminds me, it's Lo's birthday today. She won't be up yet, but happy birthday, Lo. Lo's the lady who makes our needle rings and things. Oh, yes. Now, I've got more butterflies, completely different range, though. Well, I'm not going to get time to do my PUs and my canvas, so we'll do those at 10 o'clock. Right, this is made by the same company. Butterfly Rose, this one's called. And again, that's the same weight. It looks like it's going to be a canvas, but it's actually the same weight. You can make nice ribbons out of that, butterfly ribbons out of that, couldn't you? Oh, Jackie says she'd love the butterfly house at Chester Zoo. I have to take my granddaughter, as my daughter doesn't do anything that flies. We've got, no, excuse me, by the river in Stratford-upon-Avon, we have our very own butterfly museum. You go in and they all land on you and everything. Mama Bebe will have to make you a shirt from the butterfly fabric in a demo. She did a shirt, didn't she do a shirt last week? One with like two different coloured sleeves, was it? That was Mama Bebe, wasn't it? I love the way that you're calling her Mama Bebe now as well. Nicholas says, oh, John, gorgeous shirt material today. Loving the berries, thank you. Kate says it's very French, shabby chic, thinking boudoir chair, cushion and headboard. Oh, that's the last ones. That's these, not this bright one. There we go. Okay. Oh, going for a break. Right, I'll show you the block that Wendy Orlando's made. It's gorgeous. Now, the block is enormous. I'll show you when we come back after the break. It's absolutely enormous. And the quilt kit has 9 of those blocks in it. It's all Moda fabric, and it's coming up straight after this break.
Join us as we celebrate Sewing Street's first birthday. We have an exciting week planned for you, filled with celebrations starting from Monday the 1st of March right up until Sunday the 7th of March. You can watch us live every day from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Freeview Channel 72, Sky 670, or on our YouTube channel, or even on the Sewing Street app. Our birthday week will be jam-packed with wonderful guests, brand new projects, and of course, lots of fun and treats for you too. Don't forget to put our birthday week into your diary, as we would love to celebrate our first birthday with you.
Hi, I'm Wendy Orlando and I'm a craft blogger. You can find me over at thecraftyco.com, and if you do head on over and have a peep, you will see that I'm a tutorial blogger. I do all kinds of crafts, but my passions are crochet, knitting and sewing, which I've done for over 45 years. In that time, I've made lots of mistakes, but I have learnt lots of tricks and top tips that I can't wait to share. What I'd like to bring to the Sewing Street table is to show that you don't need to have gone to university or have a degree in design to be able to sew. You just need passion, a bit of courage to take the first steps, and a whole lot of patience. Oh, and an unpicker. You will need an unpicker. I do hope that you will follow me as I take my Sewing Street journey, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon.
Oh, have a look at this block. It's absolutely beautiful, isn't it, Emma? There you go. Now look. That is about, I haven't mentioned it properly, it's about 24 and a half inches square. So if you make all 9 of them, look at that gorgeous quilt. Isn't that fantastic? So imagine, so that's 24 by 24 by 24, so that's 60, oh, I should have the finished size on here actually. 81 and a half by 81 and a half inches when you've got your border and your everything like that on. Oh, isn't it lovely? Right, now this is the first time we've had this Bilbao range, right? Now, there's a Bilbao park in San Diego, and you go in the, what are those things called? Like the ski lift, but you're going across the park. What's it called? What's it called when a thing hangs from a wire and you get in it, the 6 of you get in it and you go across? Like a cable car, like a ski lift, but you're not going up and down. You just go over the park and over the zoo. It's just, and the park itself, it's got the most incredible, well, you'll see, I think this is what's inspired this range because it's a beautiful range. Right, now, it is a considered purchase. This is a considered purchase. £197.99 is for your quilt kit, but you get quite a lot for your money there. Oh, get it in split pay. You get it on split pay. So let me tell you what you get, first of all. You get the pattern. You get the gorgeous pattern with all of, now remember split pay, take advantage of split pay. Right, before I go any further, let me just explain about split pay before I go any further because it's really important. We do not charge any interest whatsoever. All we've done is we've taken the price, £197.99, and split it 3 times to make £65.99. £65.99. So you pay 3, that's right, isn't it? Yeah, 3 6s, 180, 3 5s, 1500. Yeah, there you go. That's exactly right, £65. So, and also, let me explain to you. So there's 3 payments. So tonight at midnight, when we check everything out and everything, you'll be charged £65.99 plus your P&P, unless you've already bought something else, and then it's 1 P&P for the whole day. Then in a month's time, so we're at the end of February now, end of March, end of April, we'll also take £65.99 out of your account. But you don't have to wait. You don't wait until you've paid all 3 instalments before you get it. This will be sent out to you in the next week or so. Oh, actually, we're saying 14 days at the moment, aren't we? 14 days. And then within the next 14 days, this will be sent out to you, right? So that I'm just explaining split pay. Right, so here we go. So this is the pattern. There you get all your instructions, everything you need to know in here. Look. And the pattern you're going to use over and over again, because imagine how different you can make this look in the different colour schemes, different placements of colours and things like that. So that's your pattern. Now, what you get in your fabrics. Now, when you get this home, you'll go, oh, there's been a mistake. There's not a mistake. It says on the pattern, you need 9 fat quarters, right, for the centre stars. In the bundle, you get 8 fat quarters. So let me explain. So these are the 8 fat quarters you get. Look, so these are your central stars, all from the same collection of a beautiful California inspiration. There should be a picture of me on the beach, really. Didn't get to go this year. That would sell it, wouldn't it? Like beached whale. Anyway, so I'll open some of these for you as we're going on in the hour. But you get 8 of those, right? Now, what we've done is this fabric here is your other. You get a metre of this. This is all included, right? Same collection. Everything's the same collection. You get a metre of this. So a fat quarter of that becomes your 9th fat quarter there. And then the other half a metre plus the fat quarter is for your binding and other bits and bobs. You can cut little, if you want to, you can cut little triangles in that within the quilt as well. So you get a metre of this. You get 5.5 metres of this. Now, you're going to look and think of that going, oh, it's just cream, John. Come on in. It's cream on cream, this. It's just, can you see, Emma? Are you not able to see? Can you not see that? It's got the most beautiful, I want to put my hand in. Hang on, let me see if it works. Everything's Moda. It's all from the same range. Can you just see? It's the most exquisite cream on cream pattern there. So you get 5.5 metres of that. I'm not finished yet. Because you also get all of these. Now, these are fat eighths. Let me show you. I can tell you exactly how big they are. They are 9 inches by 22 inches. Now, you don't need 30, but you get 30 of these. All again from the same range. Let me just get this one out for you. So it means you get a bit of everything, doesn't it? So there's your fat eighth. You get 30 of these. So let me just show you. I'm going to go through, I'll put them all out, then we'll go over to Wendy and start looking at how we make it. So look, some of them are the same as the fabrics in the fat quarters, but obviously a lot of them are, right, so I'll put that one in there. You're getting a little bit of oh, that one, I've seen that one. You're getting a little bit of everything from the range in this, aren't you? Well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'll put them in their colourways. So you've got the lovely soft mints. You've got the mid aquas there. You've got the lovely, beautiful lavenders. Oh, this is going to be adorable. This is going to be what, oh, look, I've not seen that one. I've not seen that one. Oh, sorry. Then look at that colour. I don't know what would you call that? Like a dark olive working towards chocolate. Oh, there's quite a few of those, look. I'm trying to keep my head out of shot, you see, for you. Let me just... Oh, they've called it charcoal. That's weird. Oh, there's the cream on cream. Then we've got the cream... Oh, hang on, you can't see that. There you go. Oh, look. Love. Look at that one. Sun-kissed, that one. You see, that's me on the beach. What's that one called there? Oh, and then they've got the fresher green as well, like the lime green. Oh, this is the lime fumé margarita. Scrolls. They're not straight lines, though. You've got stroll, like strolling along the promenade. And then we've got the apricot colours there. Do you think they're all flavours of margaritas? Because in California, that's all everybody drinks, isn't it? Oh, when I lived in New York, we went to the Do Drop In, me and Donna, when we first moved to New York. And I was so poorly. I've never touched a margarita since. Oh, it was, Right, there we go. Oh, they sold them in jam jars in the Do Drop In New York, in Manhattan. Right, look at all those, all of this, all of these, all of this, all of this. £197.99. But you can pay it £65.99 today, and then again next month, and again the month after, and that's it paid for. You won't have made it by then, will you? You'll still be going to... Right, so it's 81. Now, the joy about this is you can cut it, make it purple. Have a look at it again. You can make it block by block. So if you just want to concentrate on one block and make that, you can do. You don't have to attempt to try and do it all in one time. But imagine, so 81.5 by 81.5. How big's that? That'll go for a big double bed, wouldn't it? 81.5. What's that in centimetres? So hang on, multiply that by 2.5. So that's 160... 200. Oh, it's the size of my duvet, 200 by 200. Is it? Yeah, so it's 207 by 207. So it's got that little bit extra, because my duvet's big enough to go over the edge of my bed. So this will go a little bit further. Oh, this is lovely. When you finish the whole thing, Wendy Orlando, can I have it, please, for my bedroom? Hello, welcome.
Good morning, how are you?
I'm very well. You're looking very perky today.
I feel very perky today. I had quite a lot of sleep last night.
Oh, did you?
Not a good thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, not a good thing. So
no, not a good thing, because she'll be more vicious than usual. That's what she means.
I'm not vicious.
No, not vicious. Yes, vicious.
They're vicious, yes, you were right.
You see, Hannah does hers like giraffe
Snap?
Giraffe. Naps.
Snaps.
Where
Naps,
she just takes a minute every now and then. Just happens to stop talking, that's all.
Oh, bless her.
Right, so tell me, where do I start? What do I do? How did you love it?
This is gorgeous, this quilt, isn't it?
Yeah.
And actually, when you first get it back, when you first get it home, you think, oh, I'm not sure these prints are going to go. And then you get them together and it just looks incredible. Yeah. Very, very easy to do, John.
Yeah.
It's really easy for someone that's just starting out. It looks difficult.
Yeah.
But it's just half square triangles. Now, me being me, I just go in like a bull in a china shop.
Yeah, which we always say don't do.
So please don't do that, because I've done it and you didn't pick it up because you didn't read the instructions, John. But
Oh, sorry. Got a lot to do in the morning.
very busy this morning, weren't you? Yes. In this one that I've made here,
Yeah.
everything's right, apart
Except?
from this centre here. It's not wrong. It's just that I've made these out of half square triangle separates.
Right.
But you they should be in a strip, and then you create them by putting the two sides on a long strip.
Right.
So-
Oh, I see. So you've done 2 squares, both of half square triangles, but really
Yes.
you should have got a long strip of the cream, put a bit of the brown on each end.
Each end.
What they called it? Stitch and flip.
So you should have stitched and flipped around here.
Right.
But I liked the fact that you had the continuation of the
Yes,
seams
that's
down
strange
there.
because then if you stitch and flip, it's a completely different, you'll get a different texture, not texture, but a different fullness.
You would.
And it's quite nice that yours are all the same because then it's, unless you want to make the middle ones different, but that's
Yes.
odd, isn't it? They would do
That's
that
what I
one.
thought. So that's what, because I glossed through the instructions, and I know, and I will tell you, read them, and then read them again, because every design is different.
Yeah.
I have made a few of these quilts, and they are really beautiful and easy to follow. But I just, as I say, because I thought, yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then when I looked at it again, I thought, no, I shouldn't have that seam down there.
Oh, so the only difference would be is there would be no seam. But
That's
then
it.
you've got seams everywhere else. So it might look odd that you haven't got a seam.
That was
there.
my thinking, you see.
Yeah.
So I think that with something like this that literally is made up of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 64.
Per block.
Oh, yes. I hadn't realised that because, you know, when I get in the moment. But yeah, and then to have these centre ones not have it.
Yes, I suppose what it is the designers are planning on it looking like the middle bit is a panel that
Definitely,
you cut out.
that's what
and
it
put them
is.
in. But at least with your seams in there, we know you've made it. It's not been, oh, she's cut that middle bit out and just done things round the edge. So
Yes, so you
so
can
it's
do
up
it.
to you, isn't it? If you want to do it your way.
That's
at
what
home,
I'm
you can
saying.
do.
And I say this time and time again, John, it's your interpretation.
Yes.
The pattern is always there to help and guide you, but if you do want to change something and use a different colourway. And again, I went a bit rogue and a bit random with the colours.
no.
I did. I kind of followed the pattern.
But
it was late at night. I couldn't see very well because of the light that was in there. So I
your
just...
age, it's not to do with the light, it's actually your age. But anyway. Where did you go rogue then?
No,
What
I
did you do?
didn't. It's just like on the pattern, and it's in front of me.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you've got a guide on the pattern here of the colours. And I kind of just went
Oh
rogue.
no, I think you should just do what
Yeah,
you
I
want
just
to
did
do.
rogue.
Oh, so they've actually said you need pink in this corner
Well,
and blue in
if
this
you
corner.
look at it, you see
I've
that...
got one here, actually.
Yes, if you look at your pattern, you can see there's elements where the green is always where the green is.
Oh,
and
do
the
you know
brown
why
is
I
always
think
where
that
the brown
is?
is.
I think that's because this is a computer-generated
I think
thing.
so, and they've just changed the colour
of the
set.
middle bit.
Yes.
And left it, and then just used the block. But I think it should be as random as you want it to be. Well, again, it's your quilt. If you want every single one, because there's enough fabric to do every single one exactly the same, and you want the pink in the same place and the green in the place. But I think the joy of that is that the things that stand out are the star middles, and then everything else is just a blend of all the colours, really.
So the secret, though, there, John, is to cut everything out first.
Right.
Because if you favour, and we all do it, we all favour one pattern over the other.
Yeah, yeah.
If you keep using it, and you'll get to the
yes,
end,
yeah.
and you haven't got enough for that square. So
Yeah.
cut everything out.
If you're going to do it the same, or if you're going to do it random.
If you're going to do it random, you need to cut them all
Everything
out.
yeah. Because
So
yes,
that
you say that's right. So your favourite one you'll have run out of in block 6 because you've used it so much.
you've used it
yeah.
so many times. Or, just have it, block it out and put it down on the ground and just have a look to see what it looks like. And then you'll know. I mean, if it was me personally, I would make sure that I had all the blocks already laid out so I knew, and I take a photo on my phone.
So you would lay out all 9 unsewn blocks. First of all, where would you do that?
Well, no, because this is how sad I am. What I would do is I'd lay it out, take a photo of it, and then I'd merge them together in my software so that I could see what they look like. But that's just me.
Oh, okay. You wouldn't lay out
That's
all
just
9
me.
blocks on the bedroom floor and then the husband come in.
I
and-
have an absolutely mad dog, you know that.
Yeah.
So I would just get them and he would just come in like a bulldozer. But you'll get a feel of it anyway. And I say I've just done random. On this one, you'll be very proud of me because normally I don't do random. I've actually got 2 fabrics the same next to each other. I know.
But I hadn't noticed. It doesn't.
I've got 2 there, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? So
Yes.
yeah, just go for it. But that's the secret, to cut out everything first so that you know that you've got enough of everything.
I think the randomness, I wouldn't put the fabric that's in the centre star. I've just noticed you've got it in some of those. I wouldn't have it in that block.
I wouldn't.
So I'd have the centre of that one is that beautiful. They called it charcoal paisley. I wouldn't have charcoal paisley anywhere else
I
in
wouldn't
that.
either.
But another one, I'd have it in all the others. But each centre star, I think, should be the star of that block.
That's what I would do. But I thought I'd better behave. I don't normally, but I thought I'd better, and I've gone roughly with what they've got, and they have got that in every block, and it works. But
it's your own. Again, we keep saying this. It's your own. It's your quilt.
It is your
You do what you want to do
interpretation.
with it, yeah.
But I'm absolutely with you, John. The one that was the focus in the middle. Otherwise, you're taking that focus away because you've got it around the block.
Yeah.
So no, I would have it in the middle and then not have it anywhere else. But again, you would need to make sure then that you've got enough fabrics.
But you will have enough because
if you're
in the
using
next
that
one,
in each of them, yeah.
Yeah, so you know in the next one that you'll use those brown ones in like the purple one, and then you won't use those purple ones in the purple one. So you'll end up with the right amount. But again, just be careful you don't end up with the last lot with all your most unfavourite ones.
Definitely. Now we will start, John, with the half square triangles.
Right.
Now,
Hang on, what are we? You're not doing a whole. You won't be able to fit a whole. You're not going to do a whole of the block.
I'm not going to do a
You've got a
whole
big
of-
thread on your here as well. Look. You
No,
know what
that's-
that means? New job, don't you?
Does it?
Yeah. Doesn't work for us, does it? Because we've got threads all over the place. So
I'm
hang on.
always covered in thread. Well, what I have done, I've been a bit naughty, John,
No,
because
it's-
this is. It's not something you're going to make in an evening
No.
because it is a considerable make, but I like that. I like the fact that I can do an hour sewing, leave it, do an hour's, and then you see it growing. So what I have actually done is I've done the sides and the top
I was going
and
to
the
say, so
bottom.
we're concentrating on that middle star.
We
in the
are
bit,
concentrating on the middle star, and that's it is.
Now, are we
thread
doing
is
it the
everywhere.
proper way, or are we doing it your way?
Well, see, I'd like to do it my way, but I feel I should do it the
Okay,
proper
okay,
way.
that's fine.
Let me show you how to make a half square triangle first, because
Perfect.
as you can see, every single one, well, not every, because you do get a bonus and have an odd whole one, so you
Yes.
don't have to do anything to it, and I like it when you see that. But most of them are half square triangles.
Yes.
Now, for those of you who don't, I did not enjoy half square triangles, John, until I got my stripology.
Oh, okay. The mini stripology.
The mini one is fabulous because it's very, I mean, this is my one, and this isn't a sewing strip. This is from Sewing Street, but it's not your one. This is my home personal
Oh,
one.
yeah. We asked you to do that. But it's exactly the same as this, isn't
Absolutely,
it? Yeah,
it's
yeah.
your one.
Yeah.
But, and that goes to show that, you know, if we use something, and I'm sewing most days, every day, so
Yeah.
this is incredible. And I have got another one at home that's now redundant, because this one you can do wholes and halves, and the one at home can't do that with me, and it's really, really limiting what I can do.
Okay.
So the first thing we're going to do is you cut your fabric out to the sizes in the instructions, and the instructions are really, really comprehensive. So it shows you all your diagrams, what you need to do, how you finish them, John, and then
Also, I just need to be talking about cutting out and everything. Do read the pattern, first of all, because you're getting 30 fat eights, and you actually only need 21 fat eights for the thing. So you'll go for the pattern. So if there are a couple you think they're not my favourite, you don't have to use them. If we normally on a quilt like that comes like this from Moda or something like that, you have to cut the house out of this bit and the chimney out of that bit. This way, if there's a few that you're not too keen on, you can miss them out. But also,
How can you
or
say
for
that
another
they're-
project,
yes.
for another project. But you know what I mean? Or you could make them even more random than yours, because we've got even more. But only cut out the right amount. You don't want to cut it all out and then find out.
Again, John, I will hold my hand up. I got sent the
Fat eights, yeah.
fat eights, and there is no way on earth I was going to cut into that beautiful. So I haven't used the green. Now
Right.
the green, you don't think you get the green in the fat.
No. The green doesn't come in.
Exactly.
No,
Now-
it comes as a highlight within them, but the green
It does.
background
now,
doesn't
that
come.
one, I don't know. There's something, I love green. It's one of my most favourite colours, and I just love that.
But there must be quite a few then that you haven't used in there that are available. Also, you're not going to use this fat eighth, are you? Because that's identical to your backing, so that automatically can go into your stash, can't
And
it?
I know that you were saying that it's really hard to pick up on screen that it's not cream. And please, this is where you do need good lighting, because a couple of times I thought, oops, that's upside down.
Upside down, yeah.
Because it's just so delicate and it's so fine, but it is so gorgeous when you get up close to it. And yes, so use that for another project.
Yes, exactly.
But I haven't used the green. I haven't used, in fact, I think the first 4, John. So it's going to look even
more
nicer.
random.
But the green will make it pop.
Yes.
So but I wasn't going to open it just for the sake of getting the green out of it.
Fine. Oh, right, sorry. So why was the stripology so brilliant for it then?
You watch.
Right, okay.
It's magic. So the first thing you need to do is cut out your, it's all in there, so you need to cut your squares out.
Yeah.
And now you're going to turn them into half square triangles. So the first thing you do, and I am checking.
The right side.
Exactly.
Very important to get a native lighting that we had yesterday. Watched the show yesterday.
Well, I'm putting it under my machine because
Yes.
that's got an amazing light. Well, I don't know if this is, I've had such a fun with this over the week, because I've learned that you can brighten the light, you can change the reverse speed. And so I do apologise whoever's in tomorrow. Who's in tomorrow? Mark, if you're watching, I'm really, really sorry. I have changed all the settings on here to suit me. So he's going to come in tomorrow and it'll go off like a rocket.
Okay.
So the first thing you do is cut your squares out. And then what we're going to do, John, we're going to draw on the reverse. So I'm just looking at on the reverse of that one.
Yeah.
I'm going to draw a line from
It's really weird because from here, the light's catching it in such a way that it's so obvious that was the reverse.
But it's not to me, so I had to look. And a couple of times I did so it and thought, oh no. So all we're going to do is draw a line, and it's another one.
Okay, the mini stripology, just so you know, sorry to interrupt, it's sold out. We'll carry on using it, but it's all sold out.
I am sorry, but it's well worth. Do you have a email me back in stock thing on?
No. Oh, don't get in there. We're just
we
waiting
won't
for that.
go. All right, won't go
we
in
will be getting it back in stock. We will definitely be getting it back in
Keep
stock.
an eye out for it, because it's
And you
the
don't
most...
need it. You can do it without it. It's just that you love using it. That's all it's saying.
You can do it without it, because on all your creative grids, they've got that 45 degree, and you'll see in a moment that I use it, and it's no different. It's just that these have got the slots for you to be able to cut. So what we're going to do, we're going to draw a line from corner to corner, and you do need to take into consideration the thickness of your nib. If you've got a fat one, John, then you just come back a little bit from the corner to compensate for that, because you do want to try and get it down the centre. You do have a little bit of wiggle room with this, so it is okay. And then what we're going to do, we're going to place right sides together. So remember, I might not have even done it on the right side, John. It is. So you place right sides together, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to sew. I'm going to use that line as a guide. I'm going to pretend that's now the edge of my fabric, John. Right. So I'm going to sew 1/4 inch either side of that line.
We do have a ruler. You carry on. We do have a little ruler, which we're just seeing we've got in the studio. If not, we'll show it to you on the website. That is purely for half square triangles. We won't show it yet and see if Hannah's got it before we show it. No, she hasn't got it. I'll show it to you in a second. But it's a little skinny ruler. And when I first saw it, I was like, oh, what's this for? And it's the most brilliant thing for half square triangles. Here it is. We'll just show it very quickly. There it is. You mark it. What you do is you mark the gap in the middle is to do the line that Wendy drew, and then either side is exactly 1/4 inch. So you can mark the lines where you've got to sew and everything like that. It's 14.99. Comes in 2 sizes. It comes in a 9 inch and a 15 inch. They're available on the website. We haven't got them here. Go to rulers. It's in there. Sorry, Wendy.
No, that's a really good point, because if you've got something that can do that, and as you say, the actual creative grids will do that, John. It's just a little bit more fiddly. Yeah. So now I've sewn 1/4 inch. Now I didn't. This machine and a lot of machines do come with 1/4 inch feet, John, but they tend to have a little lip at the side of them. So all I did, and again, it's brilliant because I've got 1/4 inch.
Setting.
That's the one. I've got 1/4 inch setting, which means I just put it on that, so I know that is.
Okay.
Because you do really need to keep your seams consistent in here. So.
And only use one machine to do the whole lot, don't you?
Now, I'm lucky because I'm going home from home, but I know in the past when I've used a different machine when I've come here, it has been out. Yeah. So yes, whatever your machine you do, stick with it. Yeah. And then all we're going to do, and I'm not going to freehand it, John, because I know that makes you take a deep intake.
Yes.
I'm just going to either cut with scissors or I'm just going to cut with my rotary cutter. And I probably should have changed the blade before I came on here.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
What's the
yes.
matter, Hannah? Oh, yes. Right. Okay, so when we opened Sewing Quarter, we had about 3 weeks where we did pretend shows. So, first of all, it was just me and Natasha taking turns of being a guest and being the expert. And then they said, right, we need other people. So Hannah then became the expert. So she came on to show you how to do half square triangles. And she was sewing on the line, off the line, around the line, through the line, cutting it in the wrong place. It was great fun.
A lot of people do actually sew on the line because that's what they think you should do. But no,
well, no, there are other ones. When you're doing flying geese, you sew on the line, don't you, rather than the other side of the line.
But I was watching Rebecca the other day with her, I don't know what day it's on, and it's absolutely worth a watch, with her masterclass when she cut 8 at once.
Oh, yes.
Whoa, that was a bit of a revelation.
They're always on your Lynn Goldsworthy patterns. Whoa. They're on the back. It's when you get a big square, isn't it? You cut down there, sew down there, cut down there.
That was just fantastic. So we've now...
Oh, did it this week, apparently?
Yeah, I want to say Wednesday, but don't quote me on that.
No, she only does Mondays. Rebecca only does Mondays. Monday the 22nd.
It will be Monday then.
Yes,
yes, definitely worth a watch.
Yeah.
And then all we're going to do is we're just going to press this back. Now, it's a good idea to actually just press the seam to set those stitches in first. And then I like to go on the dark side, John.
Yeah.
And then we just press back. And if you are going to be ironing on the dark side, you have the dark side facing
top,
up.
yeah.
And then you just press that back.
Alison Marion Alison Mama Bebe. She says, I bought the big stripology when I came to Sewing Street. Is it worth having the little one as well? Now, they've all sold out at the moment, but would you say it's worth having the big one and the little one?
I've got the big one too, Alison.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
in that case, yes. But you can't get one at the moment because they've just sold out.
The big one is brilliant. It's absolutely fantastic. But this one cuts in halves. So it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
So.
And also, you don't want the big ones whopping, isn't it? If you're just doing little half square triangles, the last thing you want is a broad distance.
It's transportable. There's a few things that go everywhere with me, and this is one of them. Also, my add a quarter, and then I have the small creative grid because well, my long, as you know, my long one got snapped the other.
Has he not bought you a new one?
No,
yet?
he hasn't. Oh. He's not admitting that it was him that did it.
Was only you and him, weren't there?
Could have been
dog?
me. Oh, it wouldn't be the dog. He wouldn't do anything like that.
Knowingly.
So now I'm going to cut a 3.5 inch square.
Right.
Now this is brilliant. Doesn't matter if you're left-handed, whatever handed, because at the bottom you have your holes.
Yeah.
And the other side you have your halves.
Right.
And you will also notice on here, John, that we have we've got 45 degree angles here.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to check because I'm sure it was 3.5 inches these were. It would help, wouldn't it? Yeah, so they're 3.5. So I need to cut them to 3.5. You can tell I didn't do this I did this ages ago.
But it does say on the very first page of the pattern, if you are on the lucky people who've got it already,
yes,
it tells you right on the first page, from the fat quarters, you cut 1 square of 6.5 by 6.5, 5 squares of 4 by 4, 9 squares of 3.5 by 3.5, and from the remainder of the fat quarters, you cut 4 2.5 inch square for the post. That's the posts in the corner, which we won't be seeing now.
Yeah, they're for the little tiny.
So it tells you exactly what to cut out of what.
I didn't do the bit that said the 3.5 by 6, so
okay.
I just glossed over it. Yes, sorry, I got that. It's even better because it's got the quarters on there, John. Sorry, that's what I meant. This ruler is absolutely brilliant, and well done any of those that have put it in their basket and got it. Yeah. So all we need to do now is, it's a little bit bigger than we need, and that's just so that we can cut it down to size. And all we're going to do, John, anyone that is good at school and they've done their maths, that is a 45 degree angle. And we're going to look, all we're going to concentrate is these 45 degree angles here. Yeah. So we lay the first one down, and this one, it happens to be the white one. So I'll just bring it over for you. That one happens to be the white one here. Yeah. And what I'm looking for, John, is to line that up on that line, but I want to make sure that I can see a slither or a bit more of a slither beyond that 0. Yeah. Because if it's here and I cut 3.5, it's not going to be. Yeah. So I just need to line that up and just make sure I've got 3.5. Yep, I've got it there. And also I've got 0 here. Yeah. And then I just cut along the 0 line and the 3.5 line. So that's the first cut, John. That's the first cut done, John. Yeah. Right. So now we turn it around, and then we're going to line up one of these black lines. Yeah. Now you do have to choose wisely, because if I were to choose this one, I've gone off the end here. Mm-hmm. So you want to have the one that you can see the 3.5 in, which is this one. And again, I'm lining it up along that seam line. making sure.
Is that not called the hypotenuse, that line?
Very possibly.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
The son of the squaws.
The hypotenuse.
Yeah, my dad tried to teach me how to learn that thing for school, and it's all about squaws and hippopotamuses.
I do remember the word, but I didn't know what it was. Yeah. And again, we're looking to have a little bit peeping from the 0 and a little bit peeping beyond the 3.5. And then all we do is we cut it again, John. And what you're looking for, and you'll see it's happened, is that you're looking for that, for that join, where they join either end to be
exact.
And they are.
And also it's important to keep squaring off on this, because if you go slightly wrong, the whole thing starts moving to one side or the other, doesn't it?
Yes.
Lo's everybody. We said happy birthday to her earlier, and I said she wouldn't be up. It's Lo's birthday today, so happy birthday, Lo.
Right, so would you like me to show you how to do one of the correct ones then, John?
Yeah, please. For ages yet, there's no rush.
The correct ones. Oh, that soon goes. You know what you and I are like, nattering away.
Well, I haven't got a word in edgeways yet, but you know. Actually, yes, show us how to do it the pattern way.
The correct way.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's, as I say, well, you and I are both of the same cloth. It's your interpretation when you get it home, and I just like the fact that you could see those lines. So the correct way in here, and this is brilliant here, it does show you. So you've got your rectangle, and then you've got your 2 squares.
Did it not strike a chord when you looked at the cutting and it said, why do I need a rectangle? Because I'm just doing half square triangles. Or did you just ignore that bit?
Just ignore that bit.
Okay.
And again, so what I did do here is I've cut them to 4 and they need to be 3.5.
Right.
So that's not, I'll just check. Yes, I'm sure they do. I did wonder why they had those. So they need to be 3.5. But that's not a problem. That's not an issue, John, because again, this is brilliant for on the move, small projects. So I'm just going to cut it, and you wouldn't normally do it that low down. So 3.5. But honestly, this goes everywhere with me, John. Well, not everywhere, but anywhere that I'm taking my sewing.
Well, soon, hopefully that'll be more places.
Oh, hopefully.
I'm having my jab on Wednesday.
Ooh. Yes, I did see your post about feeling something.
Yeah. I won't forget. I won't sleep the night before.
Right, okay then. Is it the right way up from your angle then, John? That looks the right way to me.
Yeah.
But as for the purpose of the demonstration, it's not going to. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to worry. But on here, you want to make sure you get it absolutely right. And then all we're going to do, John, is we're going to attach the triangles here. So we put them right sides together, and then when we've sewn them, so it's that easy. And then we're going to do our same trick again of drawing that line, but this time we're going to do it obviously on these rather than on the backing. I absolutely love making half square triangles now, because the rulers make it so easy.
So much easier, don't they?
So much easier.
I've just got to interrupt you a second. Marion, my lovely. Marion just asked about the split pay. The way it works, Marion, is when you go to check out, you don't have to take split pay if you don't want to. If you want to just pay it in one go, then that's fine. When you check out, down the right-hand side of the screen, it comes up saying what's in your basket. It says, do you want to do split pay or not? That's where you make that decision. And the way the split pay works is we just take the final price, which is $197.99, and split it into 3. You don't pay any interest whatsoever, and it will be sent out to you as soon as your first payment's taken at midnight tonight. That's when it goes in the process to be sent out. As I said, because of what's going on in the world at the moment, our warehouse are having to work socially distancing, obviously. So, and the orders have gone up and up and up and up and up because it's been so busy that it's taken a little bit longer to get to you. The only thing that could happen is if this is the only thing you've bought today, on your first payment of $65.99, they will add the $3.95 post and packaging. But if you've already ordered lots of other things today, then that your P&P's already paid for. Sorry.
And that's not very often. You get something where it's split over and you don't pay any interest.
No
that's
interest
amazing.
whatsoever. No
so
interest.
the first thing we're going to do is we're going to line one of them up in the corner.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to do, this time, I am going to sew on the line.
Okay.
But I'm not going to sew on the line.
Right.
I'm going to sew just the corner side of the line.
Can we come down a little bit, Emma, just so to see the line? You leave it there, Wendy, and then we can just see where, because we couldn't see where you were pointing then.
Right, so there, I've drawn my line there.
Yeah.
Now, normally you will sew on the line, and then it would fold back.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, but a top tip is to sew, and we're talking a smidgen,
Yeah.
just above the line, so the corner side. And then when you fold the fabric, John, it's allowed for that hump. Whereas if you sew on it, or even a little bit this way, as you fold it back, you're not going to have quite.
To the corner,
yeah, so that's a top
and
tip
you need
to do
it
that.
to completely fill the bit that
You
it's
do,
covering,
yes,
don't you?
you do.
Bernie says, good morning, John Scott and all. Good morning, Bernie. Lots of people saying, oh no, saying happy birthday to Lo.
And then all we're going to do is we're going to fold that back. Now, I haven't got it out, but the little roller is amazing for doing this.
The little what?
The little roller,
Yeah.
especially if you're doing it on the go and you haven't got your iron to hand. And I always fold it back before I cut it off, because then it makes the back more stable.
Right.
And then all I'm going to do, John, is I'm going to trim away.
You're not going to do little John Scott trick?
No, I'm not going to do a little John Scott. But normally, everyone, what you would do is you do another line of stitching, cut down, and then you would have
A half square
triangle.
Not for this project, for another project.
Yes,
Because you're more likely to use a square than you are a little triangle. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it.
I have done that,
Yeah.
but I would normally do that. Ever since you said that to me, John, I always do that now. So make sure that you fold this fabric back before you cut it,
Of course,
otherwise
yeah.
you'll be cutting what you've just sewn. And that I say that from experience, John.
Okay.
And then, again, you do need to cut that one off first before you attach the next one.
Right.
And then we do exactly the same. Now, what I didn't mention, John, that you need to be going from centre to corner rather than that way. Well, it's not really going to matter, but when you put the second one on, it's got to overlap with that first one. And we do exactly the same. I'm sewing, but just a little bit off of that line. And as I say, it is a smidgen.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if there's any directional fabric. So just be careful if you're using a directional fabric. Oh, there isn't one. There isn't one, so it doesn't matter.
And that's a very, very valid point there, John. And what you would do there is, if you are doing directional fabric, you need to fold your fabric in half and offer it up to the corner.
Yeah, because if you're doing a stripe, that's sometimes when you get one going one way and one going
because
another way.
When you fold it back, it's not always, doesn't go how you think it's going to go. So actually do that first.
But that's like when you do FPP, isn't it? Sometimes you put it on and fold it back and think, oh, I didn't want the stripes going that way, but it feels like it's going backwards.
So it's definitely worth just trying that first.
Yeah.
But again, it's random, John, isn't it?
It is. Now, Megan says, wow, that rule of cutting half square triangles is a game changer. I need one in my life. Megan, we don't have the stripology, but the little ruler's on the website, if that's what you're talking about. Under rulers.
And now, so we've now got our centre.
Yes.
So that way. So if I do it that way, and you will see, and it's really important, John, that you do a gauge with your sewing first, because this I think it's 6.5 or 6, it's been designed so that once it's sewn, it's the same as this. So you need to check your 1/4 inch seam. You need to make sure that when you've sewn it, it actually fits. And then what I'm going to do, I'm not going to make any more of those because I have got my little triangle. So you can do it, this is what, right, you can do it either way. It looks fine like that, John. It looks absolutely fine. And that was the way the designer intended it. So then all I'm going to do is lay it out how it should be. And then you have, and I must say I do always do a little jump, John, when I do have one that doesn't have to have been cut. So you just lay it out.
Right, before you go any further, can you just show the difference between your one with the seam and the one you just did without the seam, just to show what the two differences were?
So this is the one with the, so that's the one
that you've just done without the seam, which is the way the
it's the way the pattern
says to do it.
And so I've got the two together here. So this is the one without the seam.
Yeah, just coming in there. Yeah.
And that's the one
with the seam. So you can make the choice. If you follow the pattern,
then it will be
you will get that one. But if you just want to carry on making half square triangles, you get the one. Because I think as well, when you come to quilt it, depending on what kind of quilting you're going to do, obviously.
That was my line of thinking.
You could just use that line as part of your quilting. And I think if it suddenly disappears.
It doesn't disappear a lot. But for me, John, that would be enough for me to go off piste. It really would. I'd be doing a bit of a wibbly wobbly. I mean, you could always draw with a
You can do
marker.
whatever.
Yes.
It's just to show the two difference.
But that's the way the pattern states it. And
Yeah.
it's less sewing, to be perfectly honest, John.
And talking of that, somebody just asked about what batting we use. I mean, the website has got every sort of batting on it. This one is it's that way up. Is a cotton batting, but this is the perfect size, 120 by 120, which is just over 3 meters either side. So you can have, because you always need to cut your batting a little bit bigger than your actual quilt. Your quilt is going to sit perfectly on this because it was 81 by 81, wasn't it? Which was like, do we say 207 by 207. You're going to have quite a lot left over on this one. Yeah. Okay. Oh, and talking about, now I don't know if I'm allowed to say what we're doing next week. Has it been announced? I mean, I know we're doing birthday week. Oh, if you're interested in long arm quilting.
I want one.
Tuesday. Watch on Tuesday. I'm not supposed to say anything. Watch on Tuesday. This is what I had. It's this nice big quilt. Yeah, lovely big quilt. Maybe you won't want to quilt it on your sewing machine, even with the huge throat space on your dookie or whatever. But if you want to send it out, and you know what? I was really, really shocked because, well, I just think if you can afford one, they're brilliant. But I'm just amazed at what the machine can do. So I'll Tuesday.
Yes.
Not allowed to say anything then.
I want one of those.
I'll watch Tuesday, 11 o'clock.
That's all.
I love Wendy's top. Where did you get it from?
A little boutique shop in the next village to me.
Oh, that's a lot of help, isn't it? Do they do internet shopping?
I don't think she does,
And
actually.
how many colours have you got it in?
Two.
Oh, just the two.
Just the two, that one. Yes, I have it in black and navy.
Okay.
But it's so comfortable and it doesn't need ironing. Although I love ironing. They were moaning about ironing the other day. Was it you moaning? No, it wasn't you.
Did I?
I know,
email you?
it was
No, I
Rebecca.
definitely didn't
Rebecca was
email.
moaning about the ironing the other day. I love ironing.
Oh, moaning. I thought you said, did you email me? I was going to say, I didn't email you.
I wouldn't email you about ironing, John.
No.
But I love ironing. Right, and then I'm just going to, I did have two more. Because I have sewn those round the wrong way, John.
Oh, no.
That's okay.
After all, I know, I'm just checking. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
checking to see.
It's okay. It's right, John. I've
No.
sorted it.
Right, okay. I'm not allowed to tell you what's coming up next week because there's special shows next week. But however, on our TV guide, it's already got Monday and Tuesday there. So I've not broken any secrets. It's there. Also, we were told, don't say anything, but like it's all about mystery and everything like that. Debbie Shaw's in, and we're not allowed to say that, but she's put it on her website saying she's in, so you'll know about that as well. Oh, yeah, well, Hannah says it's like when you don't invite people to your birthday parties, they always end up finding out. I've never been invited to any of your birthday parties, Hannah. No, I've never been invited to a house. Even, do you know what? When we were in the old place, I used to give her a lift every single morning, every single afternoon, even if I had to wait for her for hours and hours and hours, right? I got crashed into one day, and I was like this, and she went, oh, thanks, and got out of the car, and I shook all the way home, and she was like, oh, maybe I should have invited you in for a coffee.
Oh, my goodness.
And then there was another day, we were going to go to one of the, the events, there's one in Utoxeter, like a fabric. So we were going to go to a quilting show in Utoxeter, waited for her. I'm like, oh, it's going to be dark by the time we get there. And then she suddenly got a phone call. She went, oh, my dad's at my house. I've forgotten he's coming around to see me today. So I've waited for 2 hours to drive to Utoxeter to go to the Utoxeter show with her. And she said, oh, I've invited my dad round.
So you got binned off?
Binned off.
That's not good.
No, I was
is it?
waiting not outside the house. We were at work and we were going after work.
That's
Anyway,
not
sorry,
good.
carry
so
on.
what I've done, John,
Yep.
is while you were just having a little
Chatting,
that's
yeah.
good. Chatting's good. It's Saturday morning. It should be lazy
Exactly.
and slow. All I've done is sewn these together.
Righty-ho.
Because you wouldn't sew them together if you did it the right way.
No.
Because they would already be done. So
Yes.
that's all I've done. I've just put those together. And it's just a case of putting right sides together and sewing down. So lay them out how you want them first, and then you just put right sides together. And now it's just a case of sewing these together, John. Now I sew them together in rows. So I'll do that one to that one and that one to that one. So I'm going to do right sides together first. And
apparently Debbie's photos on the... I did the voiceover for that one as well. Debbie's photos on the advert for the birthday week as well. So.
Oh, is it? Ooh. And I'm just sewing 1/4 inch, and I'm doing a... Oh, I don't know why I'm doing that, John.
Oh, what have you done?
No, I don't know why it's gone to it, because the machine knows best, you see.
Yes.
So I've set it to 1/4 of an inch and it's gone down to a 2. So I would normally sew.
Oh no, it does that. Yeah, lots of time it does that automatically. Mine does it to a 1.8.
Yes, I would have done it to a 2.4 or 2.6,
Okay.
but I'm going to go with what the
Yeah,
machine
yeah.
says because it knows best. Yes, it normally sets it to what it thinks is the optimum stitch. And I trust it because it's a lovely machine.
Well, yes, now, this is your new one, which is the NX8, isn't it? Which we haven't got anymore. No, NX7, sorry. The UX8, there's only 3 left. I'm going to talk about it in the next tab, but there's only 3 left of the new one.
And yeah, I know because I don't wish I'd waited because I absolutely love this one.
Yeah.
I love this machine. And I get distracted by watching the stitches when they go anyway.
Yeah.
So can you imagine if I'd got a little screen on there, John?
Watching me.
Oh, now I have you on my iPad, so I wouldn't need you. I wouldn't want you in stereo.
Oh, no, nobody wants to be in mono, let alone
Oh,
stereo.
that would be too much, I think.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, goodness me. And then as I say, all I'm doing is sewing the rows together, John.
Yep.
It's a really lovely make, this is, though, just to lose yourself in your sewing room or wherever you sew. So I know a lot of people, they take over the dining room tables or create their own space. I love to hear that because that's what it's all about, isn't it? And then I'm just going to sew the centre together. And the great thing about this, John, is you don't have to match any seams yet because we're just doing 2 blocks rather than ones with seams in. Did you see the moon this morning, John?
Oh, well, it was brilliant yesterday.
Oh,
but
last
this morning, I left the house thinking, oh, somebody else is up in the street. It's so light outside. The moon was incredible. I mean, that's why it was icy, because there was no cloud anywhere. But
unbelievable.
yeah.
I was quite mesmerised driving to it this morning.
Yes, because as you drove along, as I came out of the next village, I joined the main road, and it was like there were lights on, you know what I mean? It was like daylight almost.
It was incredible.
Oh, Lo said she's having a party.
Ooh.
No, there's only 2 of them, her and Jeff.
Okay.
We're off to Powderham Castle and then a walk on the Exe Estuary. As long as that's only 5 miles from your house, Lo, that's fine. Oh, and then Alison says you need to come and have a visit with me if you go to Utoxeter. It's only 6 miles from me.
Ooh.
Oh, Alison, that's it now. Are you near the prison? Oh, she's not in the prison. I didn't say that, Mama Bebe. Hannah said that, just so you know when you're in with her next.
And all I'm going to do now, John, is I'm going to press. I shouldn't say iron because iron's a bit of a pounding. A press is literally just pressing those seams. So I'm pressing those ones in, those ones out, and the bottom ones in because I want to be able to nest them.
Does it tell you to do that in the instructions? I shall check.
Could you check for me? It's just something that I do naturally. Because I do like a good nest, John. Do you know what I saw again? I was paying attention to the road, but I could see it in the distance. There was a massive nest in a tree today.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was no leaves on there, so I don't know. Could have been a vulture or something, John.
Well, round here we have an awful lot. Well, I don't know round here, but where I live, we have huge. I always call them eagles, and I know they're not eagles, but
these were
huge
massive.
Birds of prey.
Oh, it might
massive,
be.
massive
It was a
birds of prey.
huge.
And there's one. It must be so old now, and he just sits on the telegraph wire all day long like this, just looking. Like that. But he's been there since I've moved there 9 years, just over 9 years ago. And he's been there since I started. He just sits all day, just like looking at
What,
the
a bird of prey?
Yep, he's massive. He's absolutely massive.
Do you
But
think he's a vulture?
No, it's not a vulture. You need to go to see a vulture. You need to go to the Arboretum in Morton in the Marsh, where they've got vultures and they let them out. You sit around like this, and they. I mean, obviously not now while what's going on, but. And Warwick Castle's got them as well. And you literally, they just, all the birds, they just let them out. And they fly off like this. And
they come back?
Yeah, because they know where they're being fed and they know they've got lovely homes and everything to come back to. They said sometimes the birds go and they're gone for days. And imagine if you're in your garden and a blooming vulture lands in your garden.
They must, that's so intimidating, but they are one of the most beautiful.
Oh, they're incredible.
Beautiful.
And that also, that cartoon in Jungle Book, they've got them lolloping. That's exactly how they move, isn't it? It's just, I mean, it is an amazing, amazing experience. It doesn't mention about the pressing, so it's good that you've said that.
Right, so with the pressing, you want to be doing one way and the next one the other way. So now we're going to put these 2 together.
Right.
So I'm going to do right sides
together. Right, for some reason, we've not put in our graphics anywhere that this is called the Timeless Quilt. Oh, it is, there it is, Timeless Quilt. I hadn't seen that. I thought it was Bilbao Park. That's what I was talking about. But it is...
See, I thought it was Balboa, you know, Rocky Balboa.
No, well, unless he's named after the park in California. Anyway, go on.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to nest this seam, which just means you have the fabric pressed on one side and then pressed on the other side the other way.
Yeah.
And then they kind of butt. You when you try to push against them.
But you can feel them sitting.
You can, yes. Yeah. And yes, I would say pin it, especially if you are new to doing quilting. But what I tend to do is I get started and then I just double check that I'm on the right track in that the nest.
Oh, Jennifer's also 6 miles from Uttoxeter. Julie says it would be difficult to quilt this on my machine. Could you quilt each block separately and join it up later? What's between each block? There's no sashing, is there, in this?
There is.
Oh, is there?
There is, isn't there? Because you've got the little corner.
Oh, yes. Right, okay, you could do it like a quilt as you go, but it means you'd have to, when you do your backing, you'd have to put your backing on. And so what you'd have to do is each time you've got a block that size, you'd have to cut your wadding that size, put your backing on there, quilt it, and then when you do the sashing, your sashing won't have the quilt. It'll be like a quilt when you do a quilt as you go.
Otherwise, it's going to be incredibly heavy, isn't it?
Or get yourself a long arm quilter. Message from Sharon on the bottom. Just had a sneak peek at Tuesday. Might have to go on sick. Listen, Sharon, I'm not telling you what you do with your time, but it'll be the whole week. You're going to have a whole week off because the whole week is incredible.
I'm very excited about the long arm.
Yes.
So excited.
They came in yesterday to do camera angles and things like that.
Oh, so excited.
You have to go and you have to go and visit them when you're up here because they're up in Worcestershire or something. You have to go and visit them.
Everything's up north. I'm down south.
They do have. Oh, now do they do club? I'm sure they've got some because what you do is when you get it, you then get a day's training as well. So. Morning, John and Wendy, says June.
Good morning, June.
Loving the show. I've sent a couple of emails to share my quilt using the same method as Wendy. Please share. I think I sent the first email to the studio, not sure what's wrong, so sent it again. Anna's just checking now for you. Sometimes they go to the junk folder if they've got attachments and things. It's June. I won't say her surname.
So there we go, John. That didn't take too long, did it?
No.
I mean, I had done all the cutting out.
Yeah.
And you can see here the difference between the one that hasn't got the seam down the centre and the one that has. But again, it's purely your preference. And then all I'm going to do...
Now, is it my eyes? No. There's nothing wrong. But if you look at that, the V on the side ones looks like a more open V than the ones on the top and the bottom. Do you see what I mean? Like, look at the point at the top and the bottom, and then look at the ones on the side, the flying geese on the side. It might just be the angle I'm looking at from here. So yeah, they're the same size, but then look at the ones on the side, look slightly more open.
Yeah.
So those look identical. The top and bottom look identical.
Yet the top and bottom are the ones that one has got the seam and one hasn't.
No, it's
That's
not.
weird,
I don't
isn't
think you've
it?
made a mistake. I'm just saying to the eye,
it does, doesn't
the side
it?
ones look wider, that's all.
That's where it's drawn you in,
Yeah,
hasn't it?
yeah.
And I don't know if it is that possibly... No, it's not directional, that one, which is brilliant. And then what I've done is I have already made the top and bottom, and a good idea to do, John, is you can see here I've just written, I had to pick the word bottom, didn't I?
Yeah.
I've just written the word in one of these, the water erasable. I love these.
Yeah.
But don't wet it because you will lose it. And then I've just written it on there so that I know where I'm going.
Okay, so this is how they tell you to construct it, to make a big border at the top and the two side ones.
What you have to do, obviously, is because you've got this square here, then you do you do need to complete the sides before you put the top and bottom on.
Yeah.
Because if you try and put that on like
yes,
you're going to have a big gaping gap. So you need to put the left and that one's left. So you need to put the left and the right on.
And then it's like when you do a border on a quilt, isn't it? Yeah.
It is. And then you will have the top one. So have we got time to start or not? Okay.
No. Not really, because we've got to do a roundup.
That's okay. But then the one thing I would say with this one though, John, is pin. pin
when you're doing this
yes.
bit.
So what you would do, you'd put right sides together. Now you may find that your seams aren't able to nest.
Oh, right, yes.
Because just naturally you may have ironed them
Which
the
is
other
why
ways.
it's important to pin, because you don't want your seam allowances going in all different directions.
And I would iron onto the one side. I wouldn't do an open back, because you get in the seam, you get a little hole, don't you, if you open them up. So I would just definitely iron onto the dark side.
Apparently it's a buzzard or a kite that's on my wire.
Oh.
It's massive. It's absolutely massive. And when you go over Oxford, there's these birds with wingspans like this. They're incredible. Anyway, are we going to show that picture very quickly? June's picture.
Oh, please do. Whoa.
Oh, wow. It's not the same quilt, but they're very... Is that Liberty? It looks like Liberty from here.
That is
hang on. Morning, John
stunning.
and Wendy. Loving the show. I'm making this using the same method and the stripology. June from Derby. Oh, is it Tula? I can't see from here. Oh, it's Tula, apparently. It looks like Cosmos Liberty from my angle here. We had some men coming yesterday saying we're having some sort of other screen or something, or another camera here. So that'd be interesting. Right, thank you, Wendy.
You're
see
welcome.
you in an hour's
We'll
time.
see you in an
and
hour.
we're doing a Helen Newton bag in an hour's time. Right, let me just recap. So in this bundle, and I understand it's considered purchase, but please consider using the split pay, because you just pay 3 payments of $65.99, no interest charge whatsoever. The only thing would be is if it's the only thing you've ordered today, you will have your P&P added to it for your first payment, right? And the quilt and the kit will come out to you as soon as your first payment's gone through. Right, so you get 5.5 meters of this gorgeous cream on cream fabric. It's very bridal, this. I think this is beautiful, this fabric. Right, then you get 8 fat quarters. Now in the instructions it says 9, but I'll explain that one to you now. So these are for your central stars. I have to say, I'm saying it's considered purchase. So many of these have gone already, I can't tell you. So they're your fat quarters. Now you're thinking, where's that one? Where's the 9th one? That's your 9th one. Can you see that there? That's your 9th one. It's all part of the same collection. All of these are all from part of the same collection. We've not just it's because this is for your binding and for some of your other triangles. So instead of cutting it up, you get 1 meter of that fabric. So that's the other fat quarter there, like that. Plus also your binding, and I presume you'd use it for the little blocks and things like that. Then, now you only need 21 of these, but you get 30 fat 8ths in here. So as we were saying, you wouldn't want to use this as a triangle, so you'd put that in your stash straight away. 30 different, that one's Sun-Kissed, that one's called. This one's called Stroll. We don't know all the others. Beautiful. Look at all the different colours in there. So we've got the greens, the creams, the pale greens. First time we've ever seen this. Then we've got the oranges, or say pale terracottas. Oh, there's the Stroll in the terracotta. That's nice. Then we've got the lovely tealy, soft teal colours. Then we've got that beautiful. Now, the way I described that is a tilde purple. I'd say that was a very tilde purple, that one. But she wouldn't call it purple. She'd call it crushed mushroom strawberry or something like that. Anyway, then we've got this, which is like your neutral. Then you've got your cream. Now, this is what they Moda call charcoal for some reason. It's not charcoal. It's got more greeny brown in it. I sort of call it chocolate, I think. And then another cream one there. 20, you only need 21, but you get 30 of those. So you'll have plenty of those left over afterwards. Really, really lovely. Oh, and of course you get the instructions. And you get the instructions, of course.
Can I just say, John?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't realise you got 30 different prints.
Yes.
When I didn't open it because
you
I
didn't
didn't want
that's
to.
what I'm saying, you didn't open yours.
But I thought they were like, because they were all in their colour blocks, I thought they were like 3 or 4 of each.
No.
30 separate
So it's
fabrics.
all of those plus all the
Wow.
other different. So because you don't get Sun-Kissed at all here, it's only
no, I
in
just
there.
thought because it was in their colour blocks.
Yeah. No.
That's
There's lots of
incredible.
them.
That is. I wish
So-
I'd opened it now.
Yeah, you see, if you opened it, you could have kept the rest. Right. Okay. Don't go anywhere because after. What's the matter? The wadding, which I showed you earlier. Nearly. The wadding is here. Some warning would have been nice, Hannah. Cotton batting, king size, 120 by 120. This is plenty big enough. 304 by 304 centimetres, 120 by 120. Remember, the quilt that you're making is 81.5 across, so you've got plenty of room either side. This is your heirloom premium cotton batting, 80% cotton, 20% polyester.
That's my
Needles
favourite.
wonderfully.
That's my favourite.
And this is Wendy's favourite, but don't let that put you off. £37.99. You're obviously going to have to get a backing fabric as well, because that's just your background fabric there in your 5.5 metres, isn't it? So don't go anywhere after the break. Now, it's called Kit's Roundup. It's just, I'm going to call it Hannah's favourite things. I'll see you in 3 minutes from now.
While we're having to spend more time at home again, we're here to keep you busy and entertained. Sewing Street will be live every day from 8 a.m, bringing you plenty of demonstrations with our experts in dressmaking, quilting, bag making, toy making, needle felting, embroidery, and so much more. Our community of fellow sewists on the Sewing Street fans Facebook group are there to chat to you about whatever you're making, sharing photos and advice. Check out the Sewing Street Facebook and Instagram pages for fun competitions and offers. Join us as we celebrate Sewing Street's first birthday. We have an exciting week planned for you filled with celebrations starting from Monday the 1st of March right up until Sunday the 7th of March. You can watch us live every day from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Freeview Channel 72, Sky 670, or on our YouTube channel, or even on the Sewing Street app. Our birthday week will be jam-packed with wonderful guests, brand new projects, and of course, lots of fun and treats for you too. Don't forget to put our birthday week into your diary, as we would love to celebrate our first birthday with you.
In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
I'm with you. Oh, I look a bit bland here, don't I? Need something colourful behind me, really. Right, hang on. June says, yes, John, it's Monkey Tula. Use same method with stripology, love making. That's the picture we showed of June's. Cheryl says, good morning. I've got so much to catch up on. I can't concentrate. My oldest daughter's in hospital. Oh, no. It's diverticulitis. My friend Sheila has that. I think I need Dr. Mike to tell me more. Send in a question. Just to be awkward, she's having... Oh, no, Cheryl, sending you lots and lots of love. Right. Before I do this, I need to tell you about the Juki machine. You just saw it in the adverts. There are only 3 left. And I'm not adding any undue pressure whatsoever. I'm just telling you, because when Gary was on, he said he has no idea. So let me tell you, we did the first show and we sold out. No, we had 1 left. We had 1 left at the end of the first show. Then we showed it again. And what happened was Gary was able to get us an extra 5, right? That's it. And then the one from the first batch sold. And now 2 more have gone. So there are 3 left and that's it. And he says he doesn't know. It's not that he's being difficult and it's not Juki being difficult. It's they've got to arrive in the country and we can't sell something that we don't actually have allocated to us. They do come direct from Gary, not him himself. They come from the warehouse in Essex. So, again, I'll explain split pay in a minute. But if you buy this today, it'll go through at midnight tonight. And that means Gary... Oh, no, it might be Monday before Juki get the go-ahead. But they will set... It will leave Juki within 48 hours. So you know, and then it just depends on how long your courier takes to get it. But Rachel bought one the other day, and then she put it on Facebook, just opening my box and everything. I was like, how did she get that so quickly? But there are only 3. It is the most incredible machine. Now, what date did we do it on? The very first one. We did a 2-hour special, 16th of February. And we still ran out of time. It was the last 2 hours of the show, and we still ran out of time. It's the most incredible machine. It really, really is. If you love, it's got a 12-inch throat space. It's got a telly in it. You can watch YouTube and everything. You've got to attach it to the Wi-Fi and everything like that. 5 split payments of £679. You pay £679 tonight, and then another 4 after that. You pay 1 P&P at the beginning of £3.95. And it'll come direct to you from Juki. It is the most incredible machine. It is fantastic. And you get £179.99 worth of feet. Can I just tell you about... Oh, excuse me. I've just rushed my little apple slice. Can I just... No, we haven't added it onto the price. That's how much... If you go anywhere... Well, when other shops have got it, that's the price you'll pay at other shops and everything. But we've added £179.99. We haven't. Juki have. I need to tell you about the feet, right? You know, sometimes when you're sewing under a bright light and the light catches the feet and it's a bit glary, they've done that soft, I don't know what you call it. It's like a soft steel finish to all of... So they're all made of the same alloy, whatever they're made of, but they've got that brushed So there's no reflection to them. They're still metallic, but they've got that, you know, when you go to buy a light switch, you can either get the white plastic ones, which ones I've got, you can get brass coloured, gold coloured, silver, bright chrome, and then you get the one that looks like it's just been brushed slightly. That's what all the feet are. I know, it's incredible. It's an incredible machine. And please, 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 if you are thinking about getting one, go and watch Gary on the 16th of February. It was the last 2 hours, so it'll be 11 o'clock and 12 o'clock. It was a fantastic show, a brilliant, because what Gary doesn't know about this machine, and the reason we haven't got it here to show you is the one he brought in is the one that he'd been sent. He only got it 2 days before he came to do the show. And it's fantastic. It's a brilliant, even if you're just going to want to watch it and admire and drool and everything. I don't mean over Gary, I mean over the machine. Please, please, please do. But I literally have 3 left. And that's it. That's it. There are no more for now. And when those 3 have sold, there will be no more until another ship. But the thing is, as Gary was saying when he was on air, he obviously has to fulfill other orders as well. We're not his only. Duke is a worldwide, phenomenon, isn't it? Oh, and also on the machine. I know I'm supposed to be going on the machine. Like if you're thinking, oh, how do I put my zipper foot on? You can just click in on the right-hand side. You see there where the dials are? You just click on, and there's videos. There's videos of how to do loads of different things. And when you watch it, it's Gary's brother in America because he is Mr. Dukey in America. I know. I wanted to watch it, see what they're like. I wonder if he's an older brother or a younger brother. I wonder if he talks like Gary. Does he look like Gary, do you think? Anyway, if you've got the machine, tune in and let me see. But you can also set it into the Wi-Fi, everything. But the thing that's important about it, you need to know, is this side of the machine, the sewing side, is mechanical. It's like your Dukey. The best that you can do. And if it ain't broke, don't fix it, sort of thing. So the sewing side itself is all mechanical still. It's only the column on the right-hand side with the telly on it and things like that. That's the only digital bit. So the actual sewing isn't all digitized. That is still a mechanical, like a sewing machine like you and I would have had when we first started, but better, obviously. So for $3,300, I understand it's a considered purchase whatsoever, but 5 split payments of £679, and it could be yours. And you don't have, like I said earlier, we don't wait for you to pay all £3,395. It will be dispatched the minute we take your first order, your first payment. It is brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Lovely machine. Right, let's get on. Right, where's my glasses? Right. Good morning, John, says Derek. Sorry I'm late. Cat litter trays come first. I've been here for 2 hours, 10 minutes. How many cat litter trays have you got? Oh, no. Your cat's got a problem. They don't go out. I think they've got a little bit at the back of the house where they go in. They've got to go outside in the fresh air, but they can't get out. Right, okay, we've got to do Hannah's themes. We have got summer holiday here. Bit more summer holiday there. Then we go to love. And then when we go over there, we go to Japan. Japanese bags. No, Japan and bags. So you got it? Summer, love, Japanese bag. She was thinking about all those things when she was creating this show. Okay, so here we start off with the Fiona Hesford Sew Girl Cecily dress. We have a picture of this. We don't have one here. We have a picture. I'm sorry about this mess here. Just ignore that. £18.50, Fiona Hesford. This is sizes 8 to 20, and it's suitable for intermediate sewers. It's a sweet little dress, isn't it? Gorgeous little dress there. Oh, same dress. Oh, that is. Oh, is it the same dress? Oh. Isn't that funny? It looks different. Look at the sleeves, look different, don't they? Anyway. That's it in a different fabric. This is it here. I know I've seen this because didn't Adele make it? Skyfall, this is Skyfall. Comes with a long sleeve or 3/4 length sleeve and a short sleeve. Got a little gathers or pleats on it there and everything. They're really, really easy to make, Fiona Hesford's dresses. When you do have a Fiona Hesford pattern, if you go to her blog, Sew Girl. Oh, there she is. That's her. There she is. Oh, okay. So if you go to her website, there's lots of different hacks. Well, the long sleeve one's here. The long sleeve one's on actually in the pattern. There oh, that's the one. Now, I know that's the one. That's a video, right? And she's walking along, and a man comes out the coffee shop. She goes, way up, like that. She's walking along, being a model, and then she goes, way up. So there's all her blog and her vlog and her instructions and all sorts of things all on her website there. Look, is that a dart? Is that showing you how to do the dart things? Fantastic. Lots of lovely pictures there. £18.50. So you see, when you pay your £18.50, we're not just selling you a pattern. There's a whole lifestyle to go with it, isn't there, really? Okay, dressing up for summer, because by June the 21st, fingers crossed. Are we meant to have a hug on June the 21st then? Is that what they're saying? Not me and Hannah, no. Well, we've never hugged, apart from that once I hugged her and she went like this. She doesn't do hugging. I watch her hug everybody else, but she just doesn't want to hug me, that's all. She's funny, she hugs all the boys in the warehouse and all the boys in accounts and all the boys in buying. They're what? Oh, they're my hugs she's sharing out to everybody else. Right, okay. What we're saying is you could make this out of denim. You can make it out of a ticking fabric, like a stripy fabric like that Fiona did. Or there's all different kind of patterns. We're thinking maybe you'd like to make it out of some Liberty. I've got some Liberty fabrics here to show you. Marina says, morning, gorgeous. Morning, Marina. How is everything? Right. So here's my array of Liberty fabrics. Now, if you go to the website, there's a whole array. I would have gone with a bigger print than this. I'm not picking anyone. Also, there's. Do you know what else works with Fiona? Is it called? What's the one with the doves, with the leaves and things like that? Can we quickly go to the website? Would that be all right? Oh, no. Here we go. And we go to pattern fabric. Cut to order. Now, look, you see, there's all these, or if you think of all these different prints, you could do it. The one I was thinking of was, now, let's go back. You see, that origin stripes would work really well in this pattern if you want something a little bit out of the ordinary. Be beautiful, wouldn't it? Oh, sorry, you can't go to the page. Anyway, there's a lot. Carry on going down because there's a, sorry. Where's the one I was thinking of, like the doves on Lee? Oh, that one, do that one, that one, yeah. How gorgeous would that look in that as well, the Norma Rose? Just think out of the box. Just think out of the box slightly, because that would look stunning. We've got these here. Right, no, because what I do is I go for the outre, but Hannah has gone for the sophisticated, which is very rare for her. This was Liberty Bouquet. Now, you'll need to know how much you need, won't you? Yeah, absolutely. These cottons, and I have been in consultation with the dressmaking scheduling team, because it's very easy to go, oh, they're quilting fabrics, oh, they're this fabrics, they're that fabrics. Obviously, you're not going to make this out of PU or anything like that, but you can make this dress out of any of our cotton canvases that have all those beautiful prints on, the flowers and things like that. They'll work beautifully with that. Right, so this fabric is 45 inches wide. So depending on your size, the long sleeve one ranges between, here we go, 44 inches wide. So between 3 metres and 3.5 metres are the different sizes that you need. So 3.5 metres of this will make any size with long sleeves in the, which is 7 units, obviously. So this is Liberty, a bouquet in pink from the Winterbourne house range. Lovely. Which one do you want to do next then? Is there a picture of me on it then? Orange. I shan't tell you what Hannah's just said to me. Butterflies and pomegranates, or are they onions? Is that upside down actually? Let me have a look. Oh, no. No, that's the right way up. That's beautiful, isn't it? Oh, so Mama Bebe has made the Cecily dress, it's called. This is, there you go, see, bold print. This is Alison Marion Alison, Mama Bebe. That's her version of it. And we know it's hers because she's made that necklace out of that old car seat. £18.50. That's for the pattern. £18.50 is for the pattern. Okay. Yeah, they would look lovely in this then, wouldn't it? Beautiful. I'll move on. I've got this one in pink. Pink and blue. Since it'll be very summery and fresh, this one, wouldn't it? Fabulous. That one I didn't notice a stripe in the, it's obviously there, but the tree, oh, because I suppose because it's in beige, I see, it's because it's just blue in this one, isn't it? Beautiful. We love Liberty fabrics anyway. And then last night, of course, I watched Seven Brides and Seven Brothers on the telly. Margaret told me there's a channel, right, you can just go to. I videoed High Society. It's brilliant. It's got all these films on it and everything. Anyway, I videoed Seven Brides and Seven Brothers. Of course, when I did Seven Brides and Seven Brothers in the theatre, it was designed by Hugh Durrant. All the dresses were made out of Liberty fabric. I mean, obviously, it wasn't realism because those ladies up that mountain wouldn't have had Liberties. But they were beautiful. Michaela Strachan was one of the Seven Brides. I know. So this one is Liberty Orchard Garden Midnight Blue. This one's got the pink in it. I've got with the pink primula. Does it say primula? Yeah, primula, pink primulas. And then, of course, you start thinking back, don't you? Because I did Seven Brides, Seven Brothers the first time. What year was do they know it's Christmas time? Is it about 84? 1984, was it? And then I went to see it at the... You weren't born then? 84, 94, 104, 114. Oh, no, of course you weren't. And then Dulcie and I went to see it in Birmingham we went to see it in Birmingham 9 years ago. And I said, oh, do you think they've used my frocks from the original? Dulcie went, darling, it was over 30 years ago. So I don't think they'd have lasted. I know. But it's frightening. And then, of course, Dulcie's daughter was with us and she's 21. So it's kind of like, oh, dear. And then you start getting all emotional, don't you, about past and everything. Anyway, 7:49. Gorgeous. Beautiful fabrics, aren't they? Right. Now, I've got a Beth Studley pattern here. Oh, excuse me, I'm reaching right across the table. This is called A Lovely Woven Basket. Well, actually, it's by Lee and Beth. Lee and Beth. I'm just doing the pattern on its own for now. Let me get that in the right shot. There you go. Now, if you bought the Beth Studley book yesterday, this was not in the book yesterday. £6.50 for that pattern there. Well, now it's funny, isn't it? What book did we see with plant pot covers? About Debbie Shaw's yesterday. I wouldn't, what you see, this is me personal. I'm not being negative, right? This is it made, right? I think that's too good for put a plant pot in. Yeah, well, no, I think it's lovely for the plant, but I would make this bit, but I wouldn't want fabric on the bottom. You know, it's going to go soggy, isn't it? Oh, hang on. So you have a pot with a saucer inside there. Okay, no, but in your plant, when you water it, where does the water go? Oh, no. What are you going to do when you have to repot them all? Oh, no, Hannah, that's cruel. She hasn't repotted her houseplants. Oh, and so they're just like that all the time. Oh, well, that's how they like it, apparently, she's saying. Shut up, John, that's how they like it. Yeah, the ones that need to be have been. So what it is they're in a plastic one with a hole inside the plant pot cover, inside this. I'm thinking cotton wool balls myself, but there you go. Breadsticks at a dinner party. Hannah can't remember what a dinner party is. Anyway, that's what it makes. You're not getting that fabric. This is just the pattern here. So is it made of... can I open it? There they are. I couldn't find my glasses, sorry. Let's have a quick look. So you need 2 fabrics, 50 centimetres of one and 60 centimetres of the other. I'm just thinking, how wide? I don't need to open it, but you can make these from a jelly roll or a design roll, couldn't you? Because they're not more than 2.5 inches wide, are they? So you could use it. I'm just thinking what's coming up in a minute. Okay. Okay. Put that in there. Well, only because I'm jumping now because that was in the love section. We've gone from summer to love. Oh, okay. So all of that summer, love, Japan bag, ignore that now because they're all related to each other apparently. So I'm thinking now we had this on with Susie, didn't we? Susie did a lovely they what? Oh, I've got it low in stock, but can you imagine how lovely? Yeah, look, you wouldn't need how lovely this would be made out of these colours. I'm going to start weaving to show you, look. I won't do the whole thing because it'll take too long. Right, then I'll do one with bumblebees. Chat amongst yourselves. No, I didn't mean it. Hang on, I'll be with you in a second, right? And then let's get a yellow one. The yellow one can go. Come on. Come on. Of course you talk to your fabric. Come on, little one. You get 40 strips. Right, let me get another grey one now. What's the matter? You're telling me I'm taking too much time now? Yes. Oh, okay. Apparently I'm not involved because they're chatting amongst themselves. No, hang on, I've done that wrong. Oh, no, I haven't. I'm just going to show you what this could look like, you see, in these lovely fabrics. Look, so it's looking a bit too messy. Can you see what I mean? Look at the effect that you could create with these. Let's put a black one down there. I could hear Hannah sighing, like, yeah. Oh, Hannah doesn't like it. Okay, Hannah didn't like that. Fine. I'll remember that, Hannah, when you're trying to be creative in the mornings. I was very supportive. Then you mix them up because you went, this is summer, this is love, that's Japan, and that's bags. And then suddenly we took something from the love and she went, it's all connected, John, it's all connected. So the story is that in the summer, Hannah wants to fall in love, and then she packs her bag and she goes off to Japan with a new boyfriend. That's a plan, isn't it? There you go. That's the theme of the show. And hopefully it'll be a long holiday. I'm never invited to visit anyway, so I don't know why I'm getting saying, oh, you never come around to my house now. Oh, look, I need the little vacuum cleaner, and they've got it on tomorrow. We haven't got it today, they've got it tomorrow. Anyway, this beautiful, look at all these, oh, it's about to sell out. You see, they said, oh, hurry up, John, but actually it's created a waft of people coming in to get it. $49.99. You get 40 pieces, 2.5 inches wide, width of fabric, 44 inches. Oh, and there's a bit of a buzz around this one, apparently, Hannah says. This is how yours will arrive. Yours won't arrive like this. This is the open one. Okay, just put that in there then. Oh no, what's Teddy? The problem is, Hannah, finding a boyfriend who it's worth going to Japan with from Teddy. Oh well, she's got a lot to choose from. No, well, no, obviously not. It's been in lockdown for a year, haven't we? I tell you what, though, her plants have done well and her hair's done well. No, not today. I'm not talking about. Also, oh no, I can't say because it's a real weird secret then. Oh, the layer cake of the same fabric. Now, I'm not going to open this one because it's sealed up. Oh, the reason I'm not opening is there's only 2 left. It's the same fabrics as there were in that. Now, this is the one that Susie used to make her quilt with, wasn't it? So if you want, well, I haven't got it here, but it's the same fabric as in the design roll I just showed you, but in this. Yeah, we don't think we're going to get it again. It's Riley Blake. There's only 2. This is one of them. John, you could line the cloth pot with a plastic bag. Yes, but if the water gets out, I'd still be upset if it all got soggy on the bottom. I just like buying ceramic pots to put mine in. So some of mine are also in a plastic container in a really lovely porcelain pot. No, because I repot mine every year, Hannah. So every year I have to buy bigger pots, which means every year in the garage I've got pots going smaller. I know. I talk to them all the time, but the thing is, there's only me there, isn't there? There's no one else to talk to. Nice thing is, oh, Hannah went, nah, move on. Am I doing this one next then? This is the White Cliffs of Dover. Oh, sorry, very quickly. Oh, no, there's only 3 of these. This is beautiful. This is Moda. It's called Dover. And it's just, I mean, it's so fresh and beautiful. Now, again, we don't know if we're going to get this again. £31.99. I can't open it. You get 42 10-inch squares in there. Isn't that lovely? £31.99. They're about to go. So we're still in the summer phase of Hannah's life theme. Okay. Oh, yes, I want to do this. Sorry, my water's in the way there. I've not seen this before. Now, whenever we bring you an Annie's quilting book, it sells out, right? When we brought you Annie's quilting book of pot holders, you love it. And there's a lady put on Facebook this week, she's doing a quilt, exactly what we said we wanted to do. Now, this one is just amazing, right? For $8.99, all seasons, bench pillows for all seasons. What's his name in that? He wore a wig. Charlton Heston. Oh, I did a fitting with Charlton Heston once. 12 quilted designs, one for each month of the year. I think this is lovely. Oh, it's the same person. It's Chris Malone. It's the same person. There she is. I know. Yeah. Right, so let's have a look. So, of course, you've got all your techniques at the beginning, right? You can do a snowman quilt for Christmas. Gorgeous. Now, hang on. What is it? Just straightforward piecing? Hang on. I think it is, isn't it? The snowflakes. I bet you any minute there's a template at the back. I'll come to that later. Hannah would, do those snowflakes on a border of, you know who they remind me of? When Emma Bradford does like one of her attic windows, or her New York skyline. They're the snowflakes she does, isn't it? Anyway, then we've got Love is in the Air. Theme. There's Hannah's dead budgie. Yeah, that's him going to heaven. And then you've got, what are they, little bird boxes there? Oh, you see, now John next door, right, came round the other day and he went, do you mind, I've made some bird boxes. Do you mind if I put one on your big tree? And I was, oh, I'd love that. So I moved everything round in my garden, moved the bird feeder and everything. And then I said to him, where's my thing? He went, oh, I decided to put it in my garden after all. I was like, oh, okay. But gorgeous. I love the colours. Valentine's Day, I'm thinking. Oh, now, are you allowed to say that? Luck of the Irish. Shamrocks. I think that's lovely, though. That's a confident beginner, this one. I'm liking that one. Right, then we've got April is blowing in. Oh, it's because it's St. Patrick's Day. March is St Patrick's Day, isn't it? Then we've got April is blowing in. Wish, 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 little April showers. Da, ba, la, ba, la, ba, da, ba, da. I don't know what that was. That from Cinderella? It's what? Oh, it's Bambi, is it? Can you say a massive thank you to the customer service team? They've been brilliant this week, as you all are at Sewing Street. Oh, that's the second one we had of those. Yes, of course. They'll be watching. They'll be watching. Customer service. Thank you very much, says Nikki. I always thought Charlton Heston seemed a bit arrogant. What was he really like? Now, Sue, I can't be... April is blowing in. There's the snowflake. It's not at the back. It's at the quarters point. Right, then we've got May is for mothers. Is Mothering Sunday in May? Oh, in America it is, isn't it? America it is, yeah. Oh, is that a little bird? Hang on. Oh, now in the Chester Zoo thing yesterday, they had, what's the birds with a great big yellow beak like that, and then like a pillow on the top of their head? Long bills or horn bills, something like that. They mate for life, right? And there were two of them in Chester Zoo. And in the 20 years they've been together, they've never laid an egg, right? Anyway, they separated them and then they put them back together. And it was like they'd met each other for the first time again and they got all romantic. And anyway, well, no, exactly. And then she went into the nesting box and she laid an egg. And then what she does is she goes in and for 4 months, she has to stay in the nesting box, right? And the husband, brings food to her, right? Either live wiggly worms or he does one of those, right? Anyway, then after a little while, she then starts filling the hole to the nesting box up with all the, I won't tell you what it's made of, goes cement hard, but with a little hole just that big so she can put a beak through and he just feeds the end of her beak. 4 months, right? And then, no, it wasn't a happy ending. She came out the nesting box and they came into work the next morning. Why is she out the nesting box? Anyway, she came out and they, she obviously didn't want, and then the husband put his head in and he started throwing the egg to the floor. So they all got to try and save it, Anyway, she knew that the bird, it had been fertilised, but she knew that the bird inside the egg had stopped developing. So she was like, oh, I'm not sitting here for 4 months on an egg that's not going to hatch. So she just left. So how did she know? How did she know? Anyway, that's after 20 years. Anyway, let's move on. Let's see what June is, because that's my birthday. Be happy. Wiggly worms, I just spoke about them, didn't I? Be happy. Celebrate. That'll be July the 4th, 5th. What day do they celebrate? July the 4th. Smooth sailing. Sunflower patch. Nice. Templates. There's so many templates in this book, aren't there? Halloween. Pumpkins on a draft exclusive is what Hannah would like. And then that must be it, because we've already done Christmas, haven't we? Oh, no, turkey trot. Just use the pumpkins because this is Thanksgiving, isn't it? Pumpkin and turkey. You're not going to celebrate the thing you're about to eat, are you, really? Anyway, that's it, because we've already done the snowman, haven't we? But there's loads of... Oh, no, I take that back. So the first one must have been January. The snowman must have been January. This is December. I'm not surprised half the stock has gone. That is a brilliant book. But look at all the... Right, forget the fact that they're all bench pillows, right? Think of all that, every single... You see, Delphine would like these, wouldn't they? Because every single month have got different templates in them, whether they're flowers, scarecrows, umbrellas, Wellingtons, bees, snowmen, birds. Think of all... You could pay $8.99 for one sheet of templates, couldn't you, some places? How brilliant is that for £8.99? We love Annie's quilting books anyway, but that... Yeah, they do Annie's crochet, and they do Annie's knitting, and they do Annie's sewing, they do all sorts, but we love... Well, we weren't brought up on Annie's quilting, but when we were at Sewing Quarter, we used to have our Annie's quilting books a lot there. Okay, fewer than 20 of these now. That's at 20 to 11 on Saturday morning. Okay. That was a cheery story, John. Thank you. Maureen says, don't forget St David's Day on Monday, March the 1st. Oh, that's Monday, St David's Day. So you have to wear your leek on Monday, Hannah. I'm not in on Monday. Oh, Helen Newton did a Halloween draft excluder, Hannah. Right, now we're doing British icons. Is there any order you'd like to go in? Yeah. Right, you have. Oh, that was very primary school. She said the background that's yellow, so I picked this one. She went, no, the one with icons on it. I was like, okay. Right. Oh, so here we go. St. David's Day on Monday, did you say? There's the Eisteddfod lady. What else have we got that's Welsh on here? Oh, no, look, there's the 4. There's the 4. Is there a Welsh dragon? Oh, yeah, there. And is that the... No. Yeah, we're doing St. David's Day first. Then we'll go to Irish, which is Irish dancing in the Shamrock. Is that Irish or Welsh, that cross there? Celtic, it's both then, isn't it? Fish and chips, no, that's not... No. Anyway, there's all the different icons on there. Union... Now, it's not called a Union Jack, is it? Unless it's on a boat. No. So you can't call it a Union Jack. The oldie bookshop. That's Notting Hill. Oh, it's one of the oldest bookshops in the world in Wales. Hannah might have made that up, but she's doing very good with her useless information at the moment. Travel, you've got suitcases, you've got Stonehenge there. Now, haven't they just discovered that Stonehenge came from somewhere else? It came from somewhere like miles and miles and miles away. They carried all the rocks. They're not from where they are in that land, in Salisbury or wherever they're near there. They're not from there. They carried them from Wales or somewhere like that. John, if you join all the bench cushions together, you can make a quilt. You could, Dawn. You could indeed. Oh, no, Hey on Why, yeah. Yeah, that's what, and they have their book festival there. Yes. Okay, so she combined it into a new fact, thinking the oldest. But is Hey on Why in Wales then? It's on the border, isn't it? Oh, hang on, she's found something she fancies on the website now. Here we go. This one is called Coastline. Coastline, this one. Now then, when I grew up, our next door neighbour had those hanging in their hall, and I never knew what they were for. Shells. And then all the lovely... This is what... Wales has got some lovely coastal bits like this, like Llandudno and Colwyn Bay. Llanfairfechan. Beautiful, that's lovely. The mottled background. Is the background like a seaweed or a tree, do you think? Look. Oh, coral. Do you get coral in the British coast? Oh, you don't think it's British. You think it's in New England. Oh, okay. So it might not be any of those that I've just mentioned. Yeah. It's lovely, though, isn't it? I love the colours in there. Beautiful colours. Okay, then I've got another one like it. It's to do with boats again. It's called... I haven't got the name because it's cut off. Exotic Travel Seascapes. Catch of the day. Life at sea. Port. Starboard. Anchors. That's it. What's that? What does that say? Whelks. No. What does that word say there? Oh, anchors away. That's what it says. Anchors away. Port and starboard. Oh, I see. I've got it now. Catch of the day. I never knew you spelt it like that, though. Not funny. That's lovely. That's kind of more sepia, isn't it? More like old postcards you'd find at home with a great big lobster on them. Oh, and that's not a lobster thing. That's the thing with a bell in it, isn't it? No. I'm always worried about people who live in lighthouses because it must be very difficult to get furniture. Now, Artist impression. I bet we called it Union Jack. Yeah, Union Jack fabric. Oh, Llanfair Pwylgyn Go Get It. I can't remember that. Go Go Go. Or Llanfair PG as they call it. Right, Samantha's just said Preseli Hill. That must be where one of those is. Are they witch balls repelling bad spirits? Oh, those glass things. No, I think they were in the water. I think they bobbed in the water, didn't they? No. Claire, what were you thinking? Right, now this is lovely. Gorgeous artist impressions of the flag fluttering in the breeze. Hannah's an artist. She'll know how to do those. The thing is, what I think is really clever is when somebody draws something, it looks like it's moving. And I always think when I do highlights like that, it just looks like a splodgy line. And it's like on Landscape Art of the Year, they get purple out. They go, what are you putting purple in? There's no purple there. But then they do a highlight and it's like a brilliant shadow and things. It's the final next week. I was the semi-final this week, final next week. Moda layer cake is sold out now. The Dover one. Yeah, the Dover one, yeah. Oh, now. Already, this is the first time I've seen this, right? I don't know. Right. There's 8 not checked out, and that's it then, is it? Yep. So there's 8 left that haven't been checked out. But I bet there's more than 8 in baskets. Right. Oh, okay. There's blue stones that come from the Preselis. Oh, is that right? Oh, okay, I'll move on. Right, now I've got Scotland. Sorry, before anybody says anything, I apologise. I don't have Ireland and I don't have Wales. Yeah, they're all combined in that one, aren't they? But it's just on its own. Scottish flag, it's called. Do you still live in Edinburgh? $5.99 for half a metre. Now, can you imagine that? But forget the fact that it's a flag at the moment. Can you imagine that cut up in a quilt? Because it's not going to look like flags, is it, once you cut it up and things? It's going to look beautiful. Beautiful. Now, last time I was on with Wendy, she made these. She put her shoes in them. She put makeup in them. I've got one kit, but I've also got the pattern on its own. Let me just show you how it works. Let me just open. Oh, actually, I've got this kit, so I'll open this one. So it's got a zip in it. It's got the PVC in it. You can see. Shoes. She put shoes in hers because it's got a gusset at the bottom there. Makeup, shoes. You could put your EPP. If you've got an EPP project going on, you could keep that in there, couldn't you? Anyway, here it is. Right, so this is the pattern. You get half a metre. I'm presuming that is, yeah. Half a metre of the pink. Is it more of the grey? No, half. Oh, hang on. Yeah, no. Half metre, and half metre. That's what you get. Half metre of the pink, half metre of the grey, half a metre of the PVC. Plus the instructions. And you get 2 zips. Is that right? Yep. Demoed on the 10th of February if you want to watch the show. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, that's going to go today. I've got the pattern on its own. Here. It was 26. What date is it today? 16 days ago, 2 weeks ago. I know. Where has February gone? It's the last day tomorrow. $9.99. And now the thing is, we did sell the PVC on its own on the day and it all sold out. I don't know if it's back in stock yet. Woo, what? Hannah just went, whoop, like that, whoop. Oh, there you go. The glass balls are historically used to mark fishing nets and lines. I thought so, Linda. Yeah, fisherman net floats. You'd think the glass would break. Well, yeah, they were quite strong glass, but they had string round the outside, rope round the outside. So if they bounced, it's not the glass that smashed against anything, it was the rope. But I know that one of my neighbours, when I was little, had them hanging up in the house. I never knew what they were for. in the middle of Chester, you know, like no sea, no ships, nothing like that. Are we doing which one? Heart quilt patterned on its own. Okay. Oh, yeah, hang on. Yes, it's called Heart of the Star there. Haven't got the quilt here, but that's what it looks like. How big is it? Let's have a look. 40, it's a 40-inch square one. Oh, hang on. No, John, the Union flag does not have any of the Welsh flag in it. Thank you, Director, for giving me that piece of information. Only England, Scotland and Northern Ireland. She's gone quiet on me now. This one has no Ireland in it. No Wales in it. No Wales in it. I didn't know that either. There you go. Well, it's got the Scottish. See the Scottish? England's just the Red Cross, isn't it? Sorry about that. I did not mean to give any false information. Anyway, this is 40 by 40 inches. It's good that you keep me on my toes. Okay, beautiful. So Victoria Carrington, that will be so thorough. And I'm thinking I'm right in saying you get an extra pamphlet for free to talk about the binding in there. Also, Victoria Carrington, Seminole, is this what I'm doing next? Oh, this is flying out already. So many of you bought this on the day. I haven't got the kit. Right, okay, I need to tell you on the day, all of the kits sold out within minutes, and then over 200 of these went on their own. $9.99. Now look, it looks like it's going to be really, really complicated. I'll get you the date in a second that Victoria did it. This is done in Liberty. 16th of, that's ages ago. 16th of January this was done. Right, now you get both patterns in there. So for $9.99, you're getting the pattern for this one and you're getting the pattern for this one. So you're getting two patterns in there. And it looks complicated, I know. But actually, it's very, very simple. It looks fiddly, doesn't it? It looks all little fiddly, but it's not at all. Loads are coming in. Now, it's not the kit, obviously. It's just the pattern. But it is a Victoria Carrington pattern. There, she's looking very happy. I think she's in again soon. Can't remember what day she's in. It's something like March the 15th, I think she's in. Something like that. Right, if you've put this in your basket, make sure you check out. Please make sure you check out. Fabulous. Oh, look at the time, and I haven't even made it over to Japan or bags yet. I've got heart fabrics next. Now, I've only seen one of these before. Right, so let's start with this one. I remember we had a fabric like this that had hearts, but they were photographs, do you remember? And Jess made us something with it. 44 inches wide, 100% cotton. Oh, look at the price. Oh, it's the first time we've had this outside of a bundle. $4.99 for half a metre. It's a poplin, a cotton poplin. And what's the word say, Hannah? Yeah, it means little heart. It means little heart. Yeah. Yeah, little heart. It's a boy heart. It's a boy heart because if a girl had it, wouldn't it be petite if it was a little girl? Okay, well, no, we know that. There's a coral beach on the Isle of Skye and there's a light out at Neast Point. The fabric could be there. Thank you, Norma. I've only got 5 metres of this one left now. 5 metres of this one left. Oh, the Seminole instructions, you really, really need to be quick. If you've got it in your basket, they've flown out. There's more people got them in the basket than we've got stock of, just so you know. Now, I've got 3 heart fabrics here, which we'll do the red one first for love, because that's what this section here was, love. This is the love section of the John Scott Show. Missed Valentine's Day. I should have had a shirt like this for Valentine's Day, shouldn't I? And I was I got lots of presents on Valentine's Day. I still haven't worked out who the flowers, not the flowers, the chocolates were from. It was Little Paul. Oh, that's cool. I was going to say, not Little Paul. He's just fallen off his sofa. He'll be at home watching. He's just fallen off his sofa. I didn't send him chocolates. What do you mean, chocolate? Right, $4.99 for half a metre. 44 inches wide, 100% cotton, machine washable. I'd say it was a poplin. Rather than a heavy quilting weight. Yeah, like poplin. John, I did the Seminole cushions as my second only quilting project, and they were so easy to follow. From Christine in Rhyl. There we are. We just talked about the North Wales countries. I didn't say Rhyl, did I? We used to go to Prestatyn. We had a caravan in Prestatyn that we used to go to when I was a child. Last time I went was 1976. Just so you know, it was a green one. Okay, then I've got the lovely pastel golds and blues. Oh, and there's pink on there as well. Very, very soft pink on that one. This one looked lovely in the lining in a bag, wouldn't it? Mind you, if your bag's anything like mine, the linings, I've got to buy a new bag. My bag's really gone to pot. No, not that bag. Not my makeup bag. My satchel bag. But I have had it for about 20 years, so. Yeah, it was a very good leather one, though. Very good. Cost a lot of money. I didn't buy it as a present, but it's now seen its better days. And then when the yoghurt popped in there the other day, that was the worst. That was the day I decided. Why is this £4.90? £4.90 for half a metre. Anyway, it's lovely. Yeah, it should be £4.99. Somebody's finger obviously slipped. Then this one, I love this one. Now, it might make your eyes go a bit funny, this one on the telly. It looks like a trellis, doesn't it? But they're hearts, look. $4.99. Oh, this is complicated love, apparently. We call it basic harmony, but Hannah thinks it's complicated love. I love that one. That's my favourite of those, I have to say. Bold. Do you know what I'd do, though? I'd get the fabric paints that we had as the yesterday's early bird special. Was it only yesterday? Yesterday's early bird special. Colour some of those hearts in. That's what I'd do. Well, that's obviously not gone down very well in the gallery. Nobody commented. It was silent. Silence in the gallery. Right, look, I'm going to have to go, and I haven't even made it Japan and bags. We'll play it through. So I've got Japanese fabrics, I've got some PU, I've got some cotton canvas, I've got a quilt pattern that's got kimonos on, and I've got one of gorgeous Mrs. Macadamia. Oh, hang on, the Seminole quilting pattern. Okay, just showing that. Right, there are so many people got it in baskets, there's not going to be enough to go round. So if you want that, please, please, please check out now. Everything else, I'll tell you, Yvonne Makatamni, Mrs. Macadamia Nut, she's got a lovely, she did, is it a makeup bag or something like that she did? Needle case, makeup bag. Just opened my sewing bag from last Thursday's show. Oh no, I've got the studio stiletto in here. I'll bring it back on Monday. Hope you don't need it today, Wendy. No, she's fine, she's fine. We haven't got any in where they've sold out. Right, we will see you straight after the break with Wendy, and she's going to be making the Helen Newton messenger bag. We've got it in 2 different colourways for you. We will see you in 3 from now. Follow Sewing Street and Yarn Lane on Facebook and Instagram to keep up to date with what's coming up on the show, as well as being the first to know about our amazing offers. Get involved with our competitions that are exclusive to social media. And pick up some top tips from us too. In need of a crafting fix? There are so many ways you can watch Sewing Street and Yarn Lane. Sewing Street is live from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. every day on Freeview 72 and Sky 670. Alternatively, if you want to watch us on a tablet or on the move, you can tune in on our YouTube channel, the Sewing Street app, or the websites at www.sewingstreet.com and www.yarnlane.com. You can watch past shows on Sky 670 from 1 p.m. every day, as well as our YouTube channel, the app, and our website. Yarn Lane is on from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Visit our programme guide to find out when and what's on. So you never have to spend a minute without us.
Hi, my name is Yvonne McAtamney. My passion is patchwork and quilting, and it's also my privilege to own Village Fabrics patchwork and quilting shop in Wallingford. My sewing life began before I went to school, certainly, and probably before I could read. My mum was always a sewer, and with two big sisters, every weekend there would be a new dress made, and I was allowed to do certain pieces, and as I got older I started to make some dresses. My top tip is you don't have to be able to draw to design. The place that I always start is with a children's colouring in book. They have good bold outlines, and then you can trace that and adapt to your heart's content. Anybody can do it. My claim to fame is that last year, when things were good, we had Jenny Doan from Missouri Star Quilt Company come and do a meet and greet at my shop in Wallingford. We had a really enjoyable day and good fun was had by all. So I hope I'll be popping into your living rooms on a regular basis as we go forward with Sewing Street here. We are intending to bring you some absolute beginner kits as well as some of our more intricate designs. See you soon.
Join us as we celebrate Sewing Street's first birthday. We have an exciting week planned for you filled with celebrations starting from Monday the 1st of March right up until Sunday the 7th of March. You can watch us live every day from 8 a.m. until 1 p.m. on Freeview Channel 72, Sky 670, or on our YouTube channel, or even on the Sewing Street app. Our birthday week will be jam-packed with wonderful guests, brand new projects, and of course, lots of fun and treats for you too. Don't forget to put our birthday week into your diary, as we would love to celebrate our first birthday with you. Have you heard about all of the different ways you can shop with Sewing Street and Yarn Lane? You can either shop on our websites, sewingstreet.com and yarnlane.com. You can also order by phone by calling our friendly UK customer service team. For Sewing Street, call 0800 001 4433, and for Yarn Lane, call 0800 4700 600. And don't forget about the Sewing Street app. Here you can shop all of the Sewing Street products as well as watch the live shows from anywhere. You can download the app onto your smartphone or your tablet by simply searching Sewing Street in your app store. And one final thing, no matter how many times you check out on Sewing Street or Yarn Lane in one day, you will only pay one postage and packaging. Happy shopping!
Sorry, we were in full conflab then. Didn't realise, forgot we had to come back. Right, so look at this cute, I love this fabric. Cute little messenger bag it's called, isn't it? Messenger bag because it goes across the shoulder. We have got this in 2 colourways for you today, but we also have the pattern on its own. If you've got your own fabric at home, you're thinking, oh, I know the perfect fabric to make that out of. We have got it in the, you can buy the pattern on its own as well. So the first bundle is that one there. And what you get in the bundle, I'll just turn it the right way up for you. You get your messenger bag instructions. This is called Rose, this one. This is called Rose. Oh, Roses, not Rose, Roses. So that you get a metre of this fabric, which is just stunning. I love that fabric. You get half a metre of the pink, and then you get your gold coloured D-rings. You will also need some interfacing, but we'll do that separately in a second. So this is £28.99. You get a metre and a half of fabric, the gold D-rings, and the messenger bag instructions. £28.99. Okay. Gorgeous. Do you want to see that fabric? Oh, I love it. Now you see a shirt out of that. Imagine a shirt out of that. Do we have this fabric on its own in the other room? Not in the other room. In the shop, do we still have that on its own? It's called Splendid Bouquet. We've called it Roses. but it's actually Splendid Bouquet. From Victoria Gardens, Michael Miller. Oh. No, it's fine. But I wouldn't well, not just a shirt, but a shirt. That would be a skirt. A metre. Get a metre of that. Anyway. So you get a metre of that. You get a half metre of the pink. Then you get the instructions and you get the gold D-rings for $28.99. Oh, fewer than 20 of those already. I was saying that everything of Helen Newton's always sells really quickly. And that will make... Oh, there it is. There's a picture up there. That's a little bit overstuffed because I put a big cushion in that one. In fact, it's a Helen Newton cushion inside it. What actually happens is it folds over. There you go. Oh, look. They've actually put Roses colourway. It's called Splendid Garden, not Roses. And then the one underneath is the next one. The next one underneath is the next one. Look, so... If you like this one, we'll show you a picture of the finished thing first. There you go, that one. Again, the top is supposed to fold over. Emma stuffed that one. And that's called Fuchsia. Fuchsia, that one's called. So what you get is you get half a metre of white for your lining. You get a metre of, this is Michael Miller as well, isn't it, this fabric? So it's Victoria's Garden again. But I'm just wondering what it's... Same range. And this one is called... Afternoon Party, this one's called. I've no idea why they've called that fuchsia. It's not... There's fuchsia little... Well, they're not even fuchsia flowers. But anyway, if you order FS6613, you'll get a metre of this. You'll get half a metre of the bright white. You'll get the gold D rings. And you'll get... Eventually, you'll get the instructions. And that's the bag. Oh, now that's a bit confusing because it says fuchsia colourway and it's got the main pictures, the flower one. It's right, you're going to get the blue one if you buy the fuchsia one. Okay, now I've also got the instructions on their own. Oh, hang on, wait a second. The graphics move. Instructions on their own. $9.99. So there you go, that's the instructions. Going to confuse you even more now because there's one made out of another fabric and another fabric. But there you go, very simple. There's no, you don't need a pattern because obviously you're telling you how much to cut out there. Okay, that's the pattern on its own. Now what you also need this hour is some iron-on interfacing. Now, you might already have your own. That's why we didn't put it in the kit, because a lot of you will have bought this by bulk or have it already in your stash or whatever. Iron-on interfacing from Hemline. It's $3.99. I think you get a metre in there, don't you? Yeah, metre square. And then, if you are making it out of your own fabric, you might need some D-rings, which I have. Get 4 in there. You only need 2 per bag, remember. £1.49. 25mm, it's an inch. D-rings, 4 pieces. £1.49. Oh, hang on. Jackie says, when we are allowed to meet up again, we'll have to meet up with Helen Newton. Well, yes, because Helen Newton lives near Jackie, and Jackie lives near Mike and Julie. So when I go up to see Mike and Julie, we could all go and meet up at Chester Zoo. It's all a plan. Right. Surprise me. Amaze me, Wendy Orlando.
Well, there's nothing amazing about this bag. The amazing thing about this bag is it's so quick and easy to make.
Oh, okay. So what are you saying? You can't say that. There's nothing amazing about this bag.
The amazing thing is it really is it's so quick.
Okay, well, you have got 50 minutes, so if you could talk slowly for once in your life.
That's never going to happen, John. You know that.
All right, then.
It really is a quick and easy make, this one. It's simply 4 pieces of material. And then the way that it's been constructed, you get this fantastic little flap. So if I can put it on, and it literally just flaps over.
Yeah.
I need to be a little bit taller, don't I? But then you can just put your stuff inside, flap it over and away you go.
It's not a bag to put your potatoes in or anything like that, is it? It's
you
more
wouldn't
of
want
a
to
kind
put
of
you
little...
and your potatoes.
It's Hannah. I don't buy potatoes anymore, but
blame
Hannah.
Hannah.
Yeah, she loves
No,
her
I
potato.
wouldn't put my potatoes in there.
Okay.
But it is a fantastic make because those that are new to bag making, it's just so simple.
A good starter.
And it looks effective. It looks more complicated than it actually is, and that's what I love about Helen's design. They just always look stunning. It's very easy to read the pattern as well. Right, let's get started then. I did want to just go from start to finish so you could see what I did.
Okay.
But I did do a little bit of cheating. I did do a bit of cutting
Well,
out.
and also we need to point out that you have made the rose one and the fuchsia one, which is why I'll let you explain, because
If you
we
have a
only
look-
sent you one kit of each.
You did,
didn't we?
yes. If you have a look at the pattern, it states that you need 1/2 metre of a metre wide fabric.
Right.
So you've got a metre of, I don't know how
A metre
wide.
wide fabric, 'cause it's 44 inches. Yeah.
Right, so you've got a metre. And what we've done, and you'll notice on both the bags here, John, is that I've made a strap. Now, Helen does in the pattern make it out of like the webbing or a proper strap.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
But we've not done that. We've,
Okay, no, that's fine.
We've gone a little bit rogue here, so we've
But there's
just
enough
made
fabric.
That's why you have the extra metre of the extra
half
half
metre.
metre of the main fabric.
So
to
if
say.
I just make one bag, have I got a decent sized piece of fabric left to put in my stash?
You have got a big piece to put in your stash.
Perfect.
Well, you've got, yes, so you've got a metre. The pattern states 1/2 metre, but of course, out of the 1/2 metre you've got left,
You need to make
you're
the
going to
straps.
be making this. Am I talking slow enough?
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, I'm just. So basically, what it is, because we sell fabric by the 1/2 metre. If you were to go to another shop that does it in the 10 centimetres, you just get another 10 centimetres of strap. So this way, you're going to have like about 1/4 of a metre left to put in your stash.
Oh, you'll have plenty to put in your stash. And I'm always saying, whenever I come, it's like, this is my favourite, this is my favourite. This is, I can guarantee you, my absolute favourite material, because it's really lovely to work with. And it's a bit like going back in history, because that's the kind of fabrics my mum would have had in curtains.
Yes, oh yes.
But it's really modern. So that's
When
the
you
best
go
of
to
both
Paul
worlds.
Smith, I bet you any money he's got 4 or 5 shirts made, or linings or anything made out of a print like that.
And it's
and
really
that one, they're
nice.
very. I mean, Michael Miller. Michael Miller range is fantastic, because sometimes he does very childlike colouring in things, and then he can do incredible ornate things like the
But it's
flowers.
just so beautiful, and it's really nice to work with. Now with these two, John, I've only used the lining, the interlining for the tabs.
Right.
But Helen does state in the pattern, if you have a fine or thin fabric, then just put the lining on just to strengthen it slightly.
So interface all the pieces.
That's what I've done this time. So
Right.
this one, and we will see when I've made it, we'll see the difference between
yeah.
the two. So this hasn't got
So that has no
interfacing.
interfacing in it all apart from the
Apart
tab.
tabs.
But the one you're going to do now, have you interfaced the body
Everything.
and the lining?
Everything.
Okay.
I've
okay.
interfaced everything. And I'm just going to see how it comes out so that everyone at home can see.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this bag is that flap. And if it's too stiff, John, it's going nowhere.
Oh yeah,
so
you
it's
can never
just
make
gonna
it
be...
out with H640.
No,
could you?
because it's going to be stood up in the air, and
Yeah.
that's not what we want. Obviously, if the D-rings are at the top, you could have... In fact, we've just designed another one. So if you wanted to put them at the top, you could have it more like a tote bag.
Yeah, yeah.
But the whole feature of this one, that it's got that flappy front.
Yes.
And I love that. I just think that when it falls down by the side, I just think it's brilliant. So we'll be able to see the difference between the two.
Right.
Now, what I've done, John, I have cut 3 of my pieces out because you didn't want to, well, not you, but you don't really want to see me just cutting out. But I'm going to cut the 4th one out just to show you. So you can see here I've put the interfacing on
On
a
the
piece
lining.
of fabric.
Oh, now can you just explain? No, you can come to it in a minute. Because haven't you had to? Because you've already made one out of
Right,
this,
that's
you've
what
had
I was
to
just
patch,
going
yeah,
to say
yeah,
to you. So first of all, when you're putting any interfacing on, it's got one side is shiny and the other side is matte. So the shiny side has got the adhesive on it. So you don't want to get your iron. Well, in fact, personally, I don't like to iron on interfacing at all.
Okay.
I always put like a piece of cotton or something in between because I'm always ruining irons, so I don't want to put it on there. And what you would do, you would cut your interfacing very slightly smaller than your fabric so that the only thing that ever does touch the iron is the fabric. So that's the first thing that you must do. And secondly, a good idea to just cut your fabric a little bit bigger than you need it. And you'll see on here, that on your bag, that's what it would look like if you just used, you've got the metre of that fabric and 1/2 metre of the pink.
Yeah.
That's what it will look like. You can get one of those out of that.
Yes,
So-
and have some left over.
And have some left
Yeah.
over. But I only got sent one set.
Yes.
I probably, in hindsight, should have left this one to make it out of this, but
Yeah.
you know me, John.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've then come up with my own hack, and I've used, now you will only get 1/2 metre of the pink.
Yeah.
I was sent a metre.
Right, okay.
So you will have to use your stash, but we've all got.
This is literally only if you're making a second one. You've got plenty of fabric to make a bag, but if you want to make 2, you'll need a little bit of stash fabric, and then you will be enough to make 2 out of it. Yeah.
Right, so if I can put it into context then, I've used 1/2 metre of each in that bag,
Yep.
and that completed the bag.
Yep.
And I used a little bit more for the handle.
Yeah.
So that's where that extra fabric comes. So what you will need to then create a second bag is you will need 1/2 metre for the lining.
Of another fabric. Yeah,
fabric.
which we've all got in our stash.
We have. And then you will have enough to do the front and the back, but then you will need to have the strap out of another
Right,
fabric.
and you've added a little bit of the other fabric. That's the front. Yeah, perfect.
So that, but I also wanted to show that you don't have to make it plain if you don't want to, because you're going to have enough to do it this way. Then you can just put a piece of a strip of pink. You will have to notice when you put the pattern on it, you can either have the stripe going that way down the bag, which I thought that when it folded over, you would probably not see it. It would be at the back. Whereas this way, we're going to have it so that when it folds over, you've got that stripe at the front.
And also, if you're buying, say, just the pattern, if you bought the giraffe fabric from earlier, you could just have a panel of the giraffe fabric going down, and then the other fabrics on the outsides of things that make a feature.
Gorgeous.
Of it.
That would, because I was just thinking, what would I make with it? But of course, then what you would have to be careful of is that the giraffe wasn't upside down. Because
when it folds over.
When he flips over, his head's going to be down, isn't he? So you then would have to all you would do is, and I'll show you in a minute, this markings where you put the D-rings. Maybe just join the fabric there so that he's up one way. But no one's going to see the back, so it doesn't really matter, John. So that's that one. So I'm actually just going to show you how to cut it out. So in here, and I will just show you so that you can follow. They are so easy to follow, Helen's instructions.
Yeah.
There is, sorry, it's this bit that I'm going to be interested in. So you need to cut yourself out a template.
Right.
Now it's 21 centimetres by 44 centimetres. So what a piece of A4 paper or card is 21 centimetres. So I just put 2 together.
Okay.
And then sellotape them together, then I could mark them. And then there's also a little mark for your D-ring. But I didn't cut the tab out as a template because it's literally just a rectangle.
Okay.
So all I put here was the size that I needed. But I will again explain something about that in a moment
When you
because
come to it.
I've gone off pieced again with
Okay.
that. So I've cut a piece of fabric out, and what you want to do is you want to fold it in half. And
Denise has got a tip for you.
Ooh.
She says you can use baking parchment as an ironing cloth when you press fabric onto iron-on interfacing. It will not stick, but protects your iron.
I do use that as well, or I just put.
Yeah.
But that is a fantastic tip.
Oh yeah,
That's
because you
brilliant.
use a tea towel. You then got to wash the tea towel if it does go on there.
I have a scrap piece of a big piece of cotton that I use.
Oh, okay.
So that's always what it's used for.
Yeah.
Tea towels I find a little bit too thick, just a little bit. Well, I have got quite thick tea towels.
All right.
Sorry.
Posh. Sharon says, morning, I'm just making Helen's Doris bag. I love this pattern. Oh, this is a messenger. That's a different one than the Doris. Right. Okay.
It really is a lovely pattern, John. And then there's just a little bit in there. You just have to cut a little notch out. Now, I've made, this will be my 3rd one. I love making them. I wouldn't do a notch if I was you. I would literally just mark it.
Okay.
Because all you're doing is putting up the tab against it. So it doesn't really need to be a notch. It just needs to be a mark.
Yeah.
And then you fold the fabric. Now, John, you'll be able to show this more than I will because I haven't got a piece of fabric.
Right.
So when you're folding, when you're making a template, don't just fold the fabric in half.
Right.
Because you have to place this on the fold.
Right.
Now, if you were to do that and then place it on the fold.
Right, so if I just fold the fabric in half,
you
and there's
fold
my
it in
fold.
half, and there's your fold. You would put your template on the fold.
Yeah.
You'd cut it out. And
Oh,
then
and the fold's on the long bit.
Exactly.
Yeah, so
And then
what
you'd
we're
have all
saying
that
is,
wasted.
can we just go upstairs, Emma? Right, brilliant. So what we're saying is this is your 44-inch wide fabric. This is the fold that automatically comes in the middle. If you put your fold on here, you're only going to cut out like this, which means you'll have 2 bits there that you're not wasting, but you'll have 2 smaller bits in your stash. Whereas, if you fold it like should you want me to
Yes,
say
exactly, please, because I
if
haven't
you
got
fold
a
it
piece.
like this, so halfway across to the halfway point,
Or as big as your...
however big the
however big your
however
your
big
pattern
the
is,
pattern
yes.
is. Might be a bit wider than that.
Yeah.
And then you cut it out here with the fold here. Then you've got this huge piece here to do other things with. Well, actually, you might get your back out of there. How many of those do you cut then?
Yes, so you do need two of
Two of
these.
those. Well, so okay, then there you go.
Yes.
You fold it, and then you cut them out there, and then you've only used the however long it is, 22 inches or whatever. Okay, thank you.
Thank you for doing that, John,
That's
because
all
I
right.
didn't have a big enough piece to do that.
No,
And I
that's
think
fine.
that's quite important because a lot of people would just get the fabric home where it was naturally folded. And then, as I say, you'd have two pieces rather than one
Well, that's
piece.
why when you buy a dressmaking pattern, there's usually a layout thing with it, because if you put that bit there and that bit there, and you can get your sleeve out of there, whereas you're just going to waste it if you do it like this one.
And as you say, it isn't a waste because there's always a project you can do. But
Oh, yes,
I
yes,
really
yes.
wouldn't want to be joining this because it's such a beautiful print. I just think it needs to be in its entirety. So then all we're going to do, and they're not scary when you follow patterns, you just want to place this on the fold of the fabric. And it states that. I've just literally transferred what Helen has told me to do onto my template. And then you're going to cut round here.
Right.
So I'm going to get my long one. And this is really nice. So I've got it on the fold and I'm just going to cut along this side.
Do you not, is it under the pattern? Oh,
I
no.
did bring it out, didn't I? I did have them all out. I was very organised this morning.
Obviously not.
Obviously not that
Do
organised.
you pin or hold your pattern in place?
Well, right. Debbie laughed at me last time I was here because I used 404 for fabric. She said, you don't use that, it's for paper. But of course, you've just said this morning that this will be perfect. To use
Paper
your
onto fabric is
paper onto
perfect for
fabric.
404.
So I wouldn't pin because I've done it out of really thick paper and it distorts it slightly. So I want to keep this as flat as I can. But yes, the 404 would have been perfect here, John.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, thank you. And then all I'm doing, and then if you have a rotating one, because you really don't want to be moving this once you've started cutting.
Yes, except that the rotating one wouldn't be
It
big
wouldn't,
enough.
but someone needs to make a huge one.
You need to make a huge one because they're only about 13 inches square, aren't they? The ones we've got, Hannah.
And you'll see that I'm actually turning, John, each time.
Yeah.
You never ever cut towards you, always cut away from you.
Well, I've only ever seen a 13 or a 7. I've never seen anything bigger. So maybe
I've not
you
seen
should
a
do
bigger
a
one.
Wendy Orlando
Oh,
special.
yes, a big one. A big one. But then you'd have to have a massive table to put it
Yes,
in.
yeah.
That's the trouble. That's the trouble. And then I'm just going to cut down here. Now, you only need to cut the notches, John, out on one of the pieces, one of the main
Or markings,
pieces.
is it, rather than the
markings,
notch? Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
I would. So you only need to do it on one of them, which I have done on here. So I have done notches. If I leave that pink there, you'll be able to see.
Yeah.
So I've just got my little notches, got my little notch out here.
Yeah.
So if it was a line, I would be able to line my tab up to it exactly. But
Excuse me.
it doesn't matter if one's 1 millimetre out one side. It's not going to be.
Yeah.
It's not. It won't matter. So I've got my 4 pieces now, John. So just for the moment, I'm going to put them to one side
Oh, okay.
because now we're going to concentrate on our little D-ring.
Right.
Now, yesterday, I think it was yesterday, you were, yes, I think it was when Catherine was in, making tabs. Now, Helen tells you to do what I think Catherine was saying yesterday, where you put the right sides together, you sew a 1/4 inch seam and then you turn it in.
Oh, yes.
I find that really fiddly.
That's what Catherine
And
said,
I
yeah.
haven't got fat thumbs.
No.
I've got quite little thumbs and Are
I'm
you
saying
laughing
nothing.
at my thumbs, John?
I'm saying nothing.
Sometimes even I struggle, and I crochet, so I tend to get a crochet
Yeah,
hook.
but you
and-
need one of my lovely turny tools, don't you, really?
But it's such a small piece, and I do find it quite fiddly. So I like the method where you iron it, wrong sides together,
Yeah.
open it out, and then iron it towards the centre, iron it towards the centre, and then fold
Yeah.
it over. Now, the pattern gives you the dimensions for if you were just going to do the 1/4 inch seam.
Right.
So instead of doing that size, I've done my own size.
Does she tell you what size it needs to be when it's finished?
No, it's literally just cut it to this size, do your seam.
Right, okay.
And it's not that important because it's just going to go through a D-ring.
Yeah.
Now, the general rule, John, if people want to do it this way, it's normally 4 times the width you're looking for.
So if you wanted to finish as an inch, you
then
cut
you would do 4 inches. And that's what I've done in this case. And you do even have a little bit more leeway then, because if you come in from the centre...
Should we still cut that, Emma? Sorry.
If you come in from the centre, because what you would do, you would cut your, this is 4 by 4.
Yeah.
So you would fold them together and press them. Then you would open them back out, and then you would fold in towards the centre, fold that one in towards the centre, and then in together. If you wanted to not quite go to the centre, you could make them a bit wider.
But also for a strap, and this is not me picking on Helen Newton whatsoever, but on a strap, having 4 layers of fabric is going to be...
That's
because if you
exactly
do it that
what I
way,
was going
there's
to
only
say.
2 layers of fabric. And there's no interfacing in it either, is there? Or was there?
I can't remember if I've put interfacing in that one, but that's exactly what I was just about to say to you, John, that and again, with the strap, with those ones, yes, you have only got, in some places, 2 layers of fabric, where if you do it this method, all the way along you have 4 layers of fabric. So I prefer to do this method. It's not going to be a bag that you're going to put a huge amount of
No,
things
but
in.
also you are going to go in and out, in and out, in and out, and the bit that's going to take the strain is the tab and the strap, isn't
Exactly.
it?
So that's why I've done it this way. And all you need to do, if anyone does want to do it the way that I've done, it was a 4 by 4. So then I folded it in half and then half again, so I've got an inch. And it's about the same. I've done the one the way that Helen said, and it's about the same. I have measured them.
Yeah.
And then all I'm going to do is I'm going to top stitch down each side.
Okay.
And I'm going to increase to a 3 for my top stitch because I'm going through a few layers here. And I'm just going to, I'm using my foot actually, John. I always use my feet as a guide. So I'm looking at a piece of, a little bit of my foot so that I can get it nice and even, the stitches. It doesn't need to be a really small stitch because it's only just holding these pieces together. And I do that on both tabs, so you make 2 tabs, 1 for each side. Actually, this is a 3-length stitch, and it's quite nice. Because of the smaller the stitch length, the more times your needle goes up and down per inch.
Yeah.
And it has a tendency to pucker if you've got a lot of fabric. So this way, you've got 4 layers of fabric, and I don't know if Emma can come in nice and closely for me. You can see that that's really neat.
Neat, but not pattern matched.
I would have pattern matched, John, had I not cut it out of 2 pieces.
And had I not known I was in with you.
But if you would like to pattern
I'm only joking with you, woman.
If you'd like to pattern match it, you will have enough to do
Yes.
that. But I'm actually trying to encompass my inner robe because I like everything matching. Whereas this is hard for me to do something
Well,
like
yeah, I
this,
was going to
John.
say,
This is hard.
The thing is, you really don't need to pattern match
You
it
don't.
because if anyone's noticing that your tabs aren't pattern matched, then it's
Then
really...
they're too close to you in this time, aren't they, John?
Oh, yes,
They should be a metre apart.
Exactly. But hopefully by June the 21st.
Oh, I can't wait for a cuddle. Not from you. I didn't mean...
Hang on. I can't wait for a cuddle. Not from you.
I didn't want to force myself on you there, John.
It'll be the first time.
I don't know if you're a cuddler. I'm a cuddler.
Oh, no. People at Festival of Quilts queue up
To
for
cuddle
a John
you.
Scott
Do you
hug.
charge them?
No,
You could
of
earn a
course not.
fortune, John.
No, I would. Well, there was one day at Festival of Quilts, we did a meet and greet at lunchtime, and we went, and they said, oh, you got to go around. And I said, what are all those people? Where are they going? They went, that's the queue for a hug from you.
That's adorable.
Oh, no, I love it. I absolutely
That is
love it.
adorable.
The thing is, if you hug somebody, there's a little Chinese proverb thing about how long you hug somebody for and how much the energy and the kind of... No, like good energy and everything, but a 20-second hug can restore somebody's day completely. Do you know what I mean? And and at Festival Quilts, we're all hot, we're all sweaty, but it's like, I don't care. And I'm hoping, keeping fingers crossed, that Festival Quilts does happen this year.
See, I think a smile goes a long way. I think a smile
Totally,
does.
totally.
All we do then, and as you said, John, you're quite right, you get...
Oh, Hannah's smiling at us.
Oh, I can't see her, that's fine.
No, just as well.
You get 4 D-rings. So
Yes.
if you do our method of using a bit of your stash, you are going to,
Yeah,
be,
of
to
course.
be able to make 2.
Yeah. And I think also this is the kind of bag, sometimes, like in the summer, if we're going out for picnics, something like that, we put something or a lady puts something on and think, oh, I just need a little bag. In the morning, you could run this up in something to match what you're wearing. If you're wearing a bit of denim or something like that, just put something to match what you're wearing. So if you've got the D-rings and ready to go, then you can. What are you laughing at now?
And then they turn around, walking like that, and they find they got a bit missing, so that they can pat and bash their bag.
Anyway.
You meant out of their stash, didn't you, John?
Yeah, what did I say?
Well, no, you said to match what they're wearing.
Oh, yeah.
You don't want to take...
Not the same outfit, not the same fabric.
And then all we do is we just feed that tab through the D-ring. And then what I like to do, John, what I do, I like just to sew those together, because I'm always going on about it. I'm like a broken record, not cracked, broken record.
You what?
I'm like a broken record,
Yeah,
aren't I?
I love Wendy's demo. She explains things so clearly, says Claire. I've said it before, John gives the best hugs. There, see, that's from Pam Millie Harney.
I cannot wait.
Oh, it could be weird though, won't it? Because now when you meet no, Hannah, stay there.
It's like, well,
when you meet somebody, you automatically go like this, don't you? Oh, hello. Even if it's an old friend or anything, you automatically go, oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
But it'll be really weird, like kind of.
we'll just be in constant hugs, won't we?
Oh, well, I'll be sobbing. I can't tell you now. When I can hug somebody and go to the theatre, I will be sobbing. Anyway, go on.
So all I've done is I say it every time. If you can turn something into one, then it's much easier to handle. I'm not a huge lover of pins, purely because they get in my way and I forget that they're there. So all I've done is I've just tacked these. I've basted them within the 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. And then, so I've done that once, and then I'm going to attach it to the front of my bag.
Where your notches are.
Where my notches are. Now, had it been a line, John, I could have just put it like that and lined the line up. But because it's a notch, I'm just going to line it at the bottom of the notch.
Okay.
Now, all I'm going to do is exactly the same again, John, is I'm going to just baste it.
I'm going to change my name next week. That'll confuse her, won't it? When are you in next?
Sunday. I mean,
it's not me, it's not me.
I don't mean to be rude to you. I love working with you.
Oh, where's this going?
I am bursting because I haven't seen Vix forever.
Oh.
So I am bursting.
Oh.
It's not that...
Let's just have the baby before Sunday then.
Oh, well then I'll have to have you, won't I?
No.
I love working with you, John. I absolutely love it, but I haven't seen episode.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't take it personally. And then all I'm going to do the same for the other side. And what I'm doing, John, you'll see, is I've turned the tab in because when we sew around it, if I'd have left it hanging out, it would be on the inside of the bag, and that wouldn't be any good for anyone. So I'm just doing the same with the other side. Have I sped up, John? Because you know what I'm like.
But we've still got plenty of time.
Oh, that's okay.
Jackie said, how hard was it last year not having a hug when you brought some chocolate brownies round? So Jackie, I didn't know Jackie before this, right? I was at my sister-in-law Julie's house and I did my Facebook Live from her house, and I was in the conservatory and I'm like, oh, I think Julie must be making some gluten-free chocolate brownies. And Jackie said, oh, I'm gluten-free and I love chocolate brownies. So I said on the Facebook Live, I'll bring some round later. She only went out and weeded the front garden because she thought I was going. Anyway, then we just had to stand. I had to put the tub of things down like that, walk away. Then she came and got them.
But at least she'd got no weeds in her front garden. It's
well, she hasn't weeded it that well.
Okay. So that is the front finish.
Yep.
That's all we need to do. And the beauty of this is you put the handles on afterwards, John.
Right.
So we can strop the bag and then we put the handles.
Now, you're saying that's the front. I might put the stripe down the back because then when you fold it over, there's no fold
what's
on
the word
front.
when it's like...
Ambidextrous.
Ambidextrous is handed. So whatever the word is for it
Back
can
to
go...
front.
That's back to front. Then yes, because...
Oh, yeah, because it's the same both sides, isn't it? So it doesn't matter.
I wasn't
John.
going to say that,
No,
John.
no.
I
I was just thinking
I'll
how
let you
nice
have
it
your
would be for the
moments.
flat to come over and just have the pink stripe coming on the flap over.
But if I'd have thought about it, I should have done it on both sides, because then you'd have it...
Yeah, never mind.
I know. So all we're going to do is put right sides together.
Yeah.
And that's all that notch was doing, John. That was just telling us where we put our tabs. So we just put these two together, and I am gonna do what I don't normally do, and I am gonna pin them just for them to behave. Now you'll see that we've got the tabs, and they're more towards the top than they are to the bottom, and that's what they need to be, John.
Yeah.
You don't want them down the bottom, otherwise when you go to put your bag on, you'll have a big flap. No one likes a big flap, John, do they?
Laurie says, I so love my hugs with John. They're genuinely lovely, squeezy, so warm and cuddly. Love you, John Scott, big hugs. And then Moira said, good tip. Was that one of my tips or one of your tips?
I don't know what the tip
Or was that
about.
the 20-second hug tip? I don't know. But anyway, Moira, thank you.
Whatever it was, yeah.
Yeah, whatever it was, whether it's me or her.
And
Thank
I
you.
just turn that round. So
Yeah.
you have to be careful, John, because,
Oh, yes.
so you want the tabs nearer to the top because we don't sew along the top. Because in the
Right.
moment we're going to bag it out.
Okay.
So I'm going to sew all the way round, all the way round, and all the way round.
Okay.
John, I've had lots of sleep since then. I think it's literally a centimetre. Is it? I don't think it was a quarter of an inch. Who knows?
How many coffees have you had this morning? 2. Oh, hang on. Did you bring your own?
Yes.
I was going to say, because we only got decaf here. What's the seam allowance?
Yeah, I'm looking for the seam allowance. Well, anyway, I used the foot. I didn't put it to a quarter of an inch this time. I kept it to I have a standard foot that I always use that's a little bit more than a
It's
quarter.
1 centimetre
That's the
seam
one. I
allowance in
thought
great
it
big
was. Where
capitals
did you
there
see-
inside the box. Right, while you're saying that, I'm going to recap the kits,
Thank
if
you,
that's
John.
all right, because you're only doing 3 lines, aren't you?
Oh.
The rose colourway, which is this one here. So what you get here, I'll just shout, what you get here is you get 1 metre of the splendid garden rose fabric, you get ½ metre of the pink, you get the D-rings, and you get the messenger bag instructions. £28.99. All you'll need on top of that is some interfacing. You might have that at home already. Over half the stock of that one has gone already. Then we have one that we call fuchsia, which is actually aqua blue. So I don't know anywhere near, but if you just make sure that you get the right code, is this the right one? FS6613, right? You get 1 metre of this beautiful aqua blue fabric. You get ½ metre of the white, you get the D-rings, and you get the messenger bag. £28.99. Now the pattern on its own is here. £9.99 pattern on its own. Brilliant. Thank you very much. Do you want me to do the interfacing as well while I'm here? I'll do the interfacing while I'm here. Oh, thanks for telling me that. 12 of these, that's all that's left. There's only 12 of the patterns on its own left. They're in the bundle. If you're buying the bundle, you don't need to worry about that. If you're just buying the pattern on its own, then there's only 12 left. Interfacing. Oh, no, it's not £9.99. Sorry, that was the instruction. £3.99. I could charge you £9.99 if I wanted, but I won't. It's £3.99. Well, I don't have control, but Hannah does. £3.99 for 1 metre square of your interfacing. And just in case you are using your own fabric, how about the D-rings? You get 4 in a packet. Le paquet. £1.49. I've only got the gold ones today, but if you want to get the silver nickel coloured ones, I think they're on the website. Nickel. Right, okay, on you go.
I think because I'm a silver person, I don't
Yeah.
normally do the gold, but absolutely the gold.
Well, I think they look all luxurious on this, don't they?
So
But
beautiful with this fabric. Now the lining is made in exactly the same way, John, but you will see here that I've done a little bit here
Yeah.
with a blue mark that's going, do not sew
Right.
here.
You don't have to do a blue mark. You can do whatever mark you like.
You can do whatever you like. But if I don't do that, I get carried away in the moment, John.
Okay.
And then I end up going
Yeah, I
across that.
always have to put 2 pins in to remind me to stop and start, yeah.
So that's simply so that we can turn it, and you can be as bold as you like. The smaller you go, the harder
Yeah,
it's going to.
exactly.
So I've gone quite
Nobody's
big.
ever going to see that bit anyway, because it's at the bottom of your bag.
Exactly,
so-
I've gone quite big for me today, though, John.
Okay. As long as it's as big as the across your hand, you're fine.
And then
I haven't got any more kits to show, so I can't displace from you. Is that the right word? No, I don't think it's the right word. Deflect.
And then when you come to that mark, John,
Yeah.
you need to do a reverse stitch.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be putting a bit of pressure and then start at the next one
Yeah. Do
and
another
reverse
reverse.
stitch. That's the one. To the end, well, a centimetre from the end. Turn it around. This one does feel quite a bit thicker with the interfacing, actually, John.
Say this again. Didn't hear what you said, sorry.
Well, you weren't
they were.
listening- you weren't
No,
listening,
what?
were you?
No, I was listening, but they were talking. Not about business, not chatting. They were talking about timings and things.
I forgot what I said now. This one does feel a bit thicker because I've interfaced all the pieces.
Yes.
So, to our question. Right, so now what we do, before we put it all together, we're going to box the bottom.
Oh, yes, I could.
We're going to box the bottom.
Right.
Oh, you didn't know that, didn't see
I
that.
didn't
Right,
notice
so
that.
actually, a very good point here, John, because sometimes I put that turning out hole anywhere.
Yeah.
But you obviously want it to be in enough so that it doesn't affect
Yeah.
the box corner, and I'll show you what we're doing that in a moment. Now, I've got my ham, John.
Yes, so have I.
You got your ham, have you? Because this is amazing for when you need to iron the seams open, because we need to iron the seams open on here.
Oh, do you know what we should have had, which we didn't play the other day? We've got this mini sleeve board, and it's only about that big.
Oh, that would have been amazing.
We haven't got it. It's back at the warehouse now, I think.
Okay.
That would have been good. On the warehouse, no, not on the warehouse, on the website, we've got this tiny little sleeve board, which would have worked perfectly for that.
Oh, that would have done, because what some people don't realise, they think, well, what do we need a ham for?
$11.99.
It stops you squashing all the fabric. When you're trying to iron this seam open, if you don't put a bit of space between the two seams, it's going to get all creased, and we don't like that, John. So I know that we haven't got them at the moment. I hope they do come in, because the sausage would have got in there a little bit
The sausage
further.
is on order.
Yes.
But did you say you were going to show it to me now? Oh, there you go. There it is. It's $7.99. It's like a tiny sleeve board that would fit
see,
in
I
there.
want one of those.
Search so easy, you'll be able to find it on the website. Or it's under tools, under pressing.
Right. I'm not going to do all of them, because I do want to get... Whoa, nearly went.
Yes. Oh, Margaret says it on the bottom. Margaret says, what a brilliant show. Loving all of it. Good amount of banter. Shame Wendy's in. No, does he not say that? Oh, I read that bit. Margaret. It's Margaret. Is it from Heckmundwijk? I can't never say it. Heckmundwijk. You're
being very rude, John.
You think this is rude?
It's a good job I've got broad shoulders.
Well, this is not the only thing that's broad.
I haven't got a broad accent, have I?
Who was talking about your accent?
Broad smile, John. No, you weren't talking.
Okay. What are you doing? Hurry up.
I'm doing my boxing of my corners.
Oh, yes. 'Cause now, how big is that box?
I'm not going to tell you now.
No, I think the people at home might want to know.
2 inches, John.
Okay, thank you.
2 inches. I would use my little ham, but I just want for speed.
Yeah.
For speed. If I was at home, I would take a little bit more time doing this. And then we just need to do it on the other two. See, when we can get back together... I'm not going to say what I was just going to say.
I've never known you, though, under any other circumstances.
No, you haven't. No. But I could have said, right, John, iron the corners for me. And then
well, normally I'm there. In the old days.
Oh, that's too near.
No. When we go... I presume we'll do that, won't we? I don't know. When we were at sewing quarter, you and I would have been... I'd have been standing where my green water bottle is now. I'm that close to you. I know.
It's a little bit close for me.
I know, it's just weird. It's like when you watch the telly now, isn't it? Watching old pregnant. Oh, why are they standing next to each other? It was made in 1939, John. That's why they're standing that close to each other.
Yeah. Although it's very easy to see what has been recorded in lockdown. Because my husband said yesterday, he said, well, why are they so far apart? And I said, because 1 metre. They're not supposed to be
But
close to
it
each other.
concerns me, because when I watch Escape to the Country, one day it's social distancing, and then the next day it's one they filmed beforehand. You're like, why are they upstairs? Why are they upstairs together? No, John, it's an old one.
Right, now what we need to do then, we need, and again, I'm going to show you, tell you what to do, and just do it quickly with me.
You've got 5 minutes.
You'll see you've got a little V here, John.
Yeah.
And what you need to do is do your 2 inches measurement from that V, from here.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it this way because I'm a lefty. And you need to make sure the back and the front seams match. Now, I'm going to, if we've only got 5 minutes, I'm just going to go for it. And then I'm going to measure 2 inches from that little V. Are they shouting in your
No, somebody just whacked their microphone with something very heavy, and they seem to forget that it goes right straight into my ear. It's very sensitive. When Hannah types, all I can hear is like...
So I'm actually going to mark it with a pen, John,
Go on, sorry.
so that I can follow the pen. And
Yeah.
I'm just going to sew. And this time I'm going to put it back down to my normal length, which is 2.4 for me. I like 2.4. I'm going to reverse it. And at the end. And then we do that on all 4 corners. Have we got time to do it on all 4 corners?
Yeah, go on.
John? Okay.
It's only because we're going to Yarn Lane, you see. That's the only reason we have to finish it a little bit earlier. That's all.
It's a bit rude, isn't it?
Sorry.
Okay. Bit rude.
Got twink knits.
How many?
Are they here? Oh, they're here, Billy.
Yeah, I was like Billy No Mates out there today.
What'd you say? They're on biscuit tea today, they had toast and jam tea
Oh,
yesterday.
lovely. No, I was like Billy No Mates out there today.
Oh.
Just
Well, it's never anybody out there.
talking to sometimes.
Oh, Elliot sometimes at his
I
desk,
wave
isn't
to
he?
Elliot.
Yeah.
Sometimes
It's
I
a
wave
weekend,
to
he
him.
won't be in.
Yeah, sometimes I wave to him. So I'm just going to do this one as well. That one's a bit wonky, John.
Nothing wrong with a wonky bottom.
There's nothing wrong with a wonky bottom. Each to their own, John.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Sandra's talking to... Hello, Margaret from Heckmundwick. It's good to know there's someone else watching near my neck of the woods. Sandra from Ossett. You see, Sandra, that's where Jane McDonald comes from. Ossett.
Ooh.
And a lot of my friends used to live there when I was at Bretton Hall College. You won't have been born then.
And then we're just going to do the last one here, John.
Lovely.
Last one there.
Oh, Bretton Hall was when I found out about my sleepwalking, Hannah. You know too much about my life.
Now, if you've made them match, yours is going to look much neater than mine. So
Yeah.
then all we need to do, John, is just
Chop 'em
trim
off.
these off. And I was going to use my scissors to trim these off. Yeah, chop them off. That's your boxes made. And then that. I did think I was going to be really neat this hour. It's not happened, has it?
Yeah, we thought we were going to run out of things to do, but we haven't even started on the strap.
Exactly. Well, the strap, John,
Yeah.
is, again, I've made the strap in exactly the same way, used my clips, and I have interfaced it. So I cut a 4-inch wide strip because I wanted an inch strap. So all I'm going to do, and I'm only going to go down one side for this one.
And is it width of fabric or however long you want the strap to be?
Mine's shorter because I'm short, John.
Okay.
This is basically put it over your body and see where you want your strap.
Okay.
And then you have to add a little bit more on.
Oh, because you've got the fold over
Because you've got
at
the
the bottom.
fold,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes, you see, now if it was not COVID time, I'd be putting
Yes.
your bag
Yeah,
inside the
together,
other one
wouldn't
to
you?
start it out, yeah.
Whoa, this is just is amazing, the speed of this machine. Right,
1,050 stitches.
fantastic. So I've knocked up that, and as I say, I would do both. And then all you want to do is you want to put right sides together,
Yeah.
John. So that's the right side of
Yeah.
my bag.
Yeah.
So I want to put the right side together.
See, I always do it the other way around. I always put the line... Keep going, because we haven't got time. I always put the lining on the outside for some
Do
reason.
you?
Maybe only because it's the way I was trained to
And
do
then
it.
all we need to do, John, is you can nest them if you want to, but you want to join, and you can do it with clips all
Yeah.
the way round.
Okay.
So the first thing to do is do the 2 side seams first,
Yeah.
and then I'm just going to go for it, John.
It says, I'm doing a John Scott today here. Princess says, I'm watching whilst my husband is hard at work,
Ooh.
building Loki is the cat, right? They're building the cat a catio, not a patio,
Oh
a
my
catio.
goodness.
Just kidding, John, I know how hard you work. And Ginny says, the sun is so hot on my sewing room window, I'm forced to stay downstairs with tea watching you. Wirral is very sunny today, says Julie. Oh, how lovely. Do you mean I can drive, when I eventually drive home, might be dark, but with the windows open, that'd be nice.
It won't be dark.
Well, you don't know how long we have to stay tidying up after
finish
you.
at 1:05, John.
I wish. What time was it yesterday? It was really late yesterday, and then we left Hannah here.
I know you do work, and I think that's a lot of people don't see what goes on behind the scenes. So
No,
you do
and they
work
think
very
this
hard.
is just me sitting here. There's a lot of research
There
goes
is an
into
awful
this.
lot, yeah. Otherwise, how will you know everything, John?
The what?
How will you know everything?
Well, exactly. Because I'm so old, that could be why.
Right.
I'll start forgetting things now. Jabs on Wednesday, 9 o'clock. Haircut April the 19th, 9 o'clock.
So we just...
I won't get them mixed up.
Stick around, and John.
Okay.
And then it does feel much stiffer, this one. And give it a good...
Lisa Lamb calls that birthing, you know. Was it Lisa Lamb who called it birthing? I call it bagging through. But
Yeah, I call it bagging out.
bagging
And then you just push your lining back into your
bag.
bag. Now, what I would do, John, is I would do a top stitch around the top here.
Yes.
And what I do is I just go a little bit below so that you can't see it. When it flaps over, you can't see it. Next thing you do is you put your strap in, and then you just... Am I got time to zigzag or no? No, right, okay. You zigzag, zigzag, zigzag. So I just... If you can show it on... Oh, I can show it on mine.
You've got one there.
Yeah, actually, I'll show it in mine because I did it in contrasting cotton just to show you. So I went backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards quite a few times, and I'll show you that side, and then if you turn over, they don't look any different both sides. Now, Helen does state to use, you can use a swivel clip and a webbing bag.
Right.
So it's in the instructions, it's all up to you how you want to do it. And her one would also be adjustable then, because you can get the special little adjuster.
Oh, okay. So it's up to you how you do it.
It's
But if you just want
entirely
it
up
to
to
you
you.
for the right length, that's fine.
Yes.
Brilliant. Thank you very much
You're
indeed.
very welcome.
Now you're back on Sunday with Vix,
I
aren't
am,
you?
yes.
Perfect. Right. Sally says, blue sky and twinkling sea in Dorset. Oh. Margaret says, John, you need a cushion for under your elbow. No, they don't like me doing that. They don't like me doing that at all. I'm busy making a pair of socks in the Suffolk sunshine, says Laurie. Princess says, what a beautiful bag. And Caroline says, I love a good bag demo. Thanks. Next time, could it be a good one? No, she didn't. She didn't. She said it's a lovely one. Thank you, Caroline. Right, moving on. Bundle. This is the rose bundle. You get the instructions, you get 1 metre of the rose, you get half a metre of the pink, and you get the D-ring. So, and that's £28.99. I just want to also, if I've got time, to remind you about the early bird from this morning as well in this bit, if that's all right. I've got it here. All right, okay. Then I've also got the, they call this one fuchsia. So you get 1 metre of the blue, half a metre of the white, you get the D-rings, you get the instructions. £28.99. And there are just a handful of patterns left on their own now. And very, very quickly, before we go to Yarn Lane, the small... Oh, sorry, do you want me to do something else? Oh, the instructions. There you go. Oh, and you'll need interfacing to do it. Early bird, very, very quickly. Only because we did it at 8 o'clock, you might not have been with us at 8 o'clock. And it's such a good saving. It's such a brilliant saving. £7, I remember, off... Taken £7 off this. Now, the price normally is $33.99, and that's good price already. And then they've taken another £7 off. They are 10 colours, 100% Aurifil, 50 weight, 200 metres on each spool. It's so worth it because it works out at less than your normal shop-bought polyester threads, right? That's what's good about it.
Can I just say,
Yeah.
Only put the interfacing on the outside, because this is lovely, but it's probably a little bit stiffer than I would have thought.
Okay.
So just put it on one side.
Okay, thank you. Right, okay, now, Sewing Street, I didn't give you tomorrow's menu, because we're going to Yarn Lane now. 8 o'clock pre-cuts, 9 o'clock dressing gown from the Gentleman's Wardrobe by Mark Francis. You might have seen the pictures he's put up on social media. Fabrics, Vix and Hannah's picks. Are you in tomorrow? Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, because Kat's moved house, hasn't she? Carrying on. Versatile top from Mark Francis, and then adjust-to-form and dressmaking tools at 12 o'clock. Righty-ho. Now, if you, thank you for watching today, but if you do want to watch Yarn Lane, we've got Twinklets coming up. You need to, if you're on the telly, stay where you are. If you're on YouTube, Facebook page or on the website, you need to go over to the Yarn Lane version to be able to watch there. Now, if you've bought something from us this morning, that's your P&P sorted. You don't have to pay P&P if you've bought from Yarn Lane, because it's in the same warehouse. They come from the same warehouse, so we don't charge 2 P&Ps. And the stock from today's show on Sewing Street will not be on the Yarn Lane, as in the Yarn Lane stuff won't be on the Sewing Street website either. So that's everything I need to tell you. Remember, there's only 3 of the Jukies left, and I don't mean to keep shouting that, but we don't know when we can get any more after that. Remember, see you on Yarn Lane in about 3 minutes from now.